Hello and welcome to TPK, the show so named so that if I do accidentally kill all of my players, I can just call it branding. Yes, welcome to the Player's Keep. As you can see, nerves are very high in the hex today.
We made a mistake.
You're all good. You're going to be absolutely fine. And also, it's already all canon, so there's no backing out now. Let me introduce you to said players now. On my left, we have Callum Sim, Charlotte Cumming, Joey Gray. Then we've got Ben Fenner and Kendall Boardman. Kendall Boardman, I'm as concerned for your safety as you look. This week, I am the one and only Jack Fletcher, and for the foreseeable future, I shall be your dungeon master.
Foreseeable future.
Till I have a breakdown and need.
He's
on probation.
Wow. As you can see, we still do not have our wonderful Pete Austin. Please send him your love. Tell him that you miss him. He's still under the sea at the minute, but hopefully he shall return to us soon. And with that being said, let us not keep the players waiting. No. I know you are so eager to get started. Let us not keep you waiting. No. It is time to enter the Player's Keep. In the last chapter of our story, these group of individuals woke up well-rested in the city of Dolomus and had some things to attend to. First and foremost, they visited the Arcanist Ocnunut of Fuixka to complete the contract that was originally signed by Motthew and Nakani to retrieve a certain amount of historical material, whatever you might happen to find, pertaining to what you now know is Desanguira, the goddess of blood, amongst other things. You handed over the book and were paid a tidy sum of 10,000 gold pieces, not before Motthew agreed to work alongside Arcanist of Fuixka in order to help them study blood magic and its associated effects.
Main character energy. I'll do it.
Following this, you went around and you had a little bit of a shop. You purchased diamonds for certain spells. You purchased armor and weapons and other such things. And then you headed off to the Vanal Mining Company in the Scree Slope district in order to, number one, potentially create some allies, and number two, to earn some coin.
And number three, be the biggest cock tease in the history of Dolomus.
I'm going to slide straight on. You entered the Vanal Mining Guild Hall, and you were shown to the office of a stocky dwarf by the name of Malagdus Gran, and they informed you that when they originally posted the job description, it was to clear out the Vanal Hill mines of an Ankeg infestation. Are you quite all right over there, darling?
His fault.
Oh, of course it was. To clear out an Ankeg hive that has recently taken residence in the tunnels of the mine. You were informed that one such mercenary group has already been contracted to execute this particular task, and they have not returned, and thus Malagdus is looking to hire a new group of individuals, and you are said group. So, they had drawn up a contract with the promise of 1,000 gold pieces each and whatever else you might find within the mines that is not already the property of the Vanal Mining Company. And you were to sign. He asked you what the name of your group is for contract purposes, and Motthew wrote something down, handed it back to Malagdis, and that is where we pick up. So, Motthew, as Malagdis reads what you have scrawled on this contract, what does he see?
It's just like a chicken scratch. Like,
Yeah. It's completely illegible.
Oh, cunts of fucks.
It's just today's date and a signature.
Oh man.
Here we go.
He sees the scroll reading Dawntakers.
He looks at the name.
Look at us.
How very prestigious. Wonderful. What are your individual names?
I'm Fletcher. The Fletcher.
Fletcher,
Okay.
Oh, I'm Willow.
Willow,
Nakani.
Carney. I'm assuming you know how this goes now.
Toni.
Toni
Alright.
And Motthew.
and Motthew. Thank you very much. Dawntakers.
Ayo.
Dawntakers?
Dawntakers.
The Dawntakers.
Dawntakers.
Dawn with an N.
With an N.
With an N.
Two of them. Two N.
Come
Two
to
N's.
nine.
Three T's.
We take the doors.
A Q and
You can't
apostrophe.
leave.
I pull out my screwdriver and start undoing the hinges.
It's spelled takers, H-T,
Stone shape.
apostrophe U-A.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
There are 6 apostrophes in it.
Absolutely.
The scourge across the sea. Oh, my fucking door's gone. The Dawntakers are back. Call the sheriff.
They've struck once again.
They go in the night.
Your daughter.
If you're all
No.
quite.
What was that happened in the room?
Hold on, let me just take this door first.
Let me just.
I will thank you to leave my doors alone.
No.
So, as agreed,
Oh no.
you have 9 days starting tomorrow to execute this task and come back to me with sufficient evidence that the Vernal mines are now clear.
If I may I just have a quick word with my team?
Yes, you may.
Could we,
Come on, DTs.
Come here.
I've just remembered. I did tell the Arcanist that I'd be there tonight, tomorrow night, and the night after.
Yeah, you did.
Did.
You did.
And I've also just signed the contract. I picked Dawntakers as the name, by the way.
That's
No,
pretty
yeah,
cool. To be
beautiful.
fair.
Yeah.
I
Where
like
did
that.
you get the dawn from?
It just came to me.
We're constantly leaving the door.
Dawn speaks to me. Lovely woman.
Dawn breaks.
In my mind.
So, the problem is, we've officially signed and are liable now, but I also can't leave the city. So we might only have 6 days to do it once we begin.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, I actually want to have a look around as well. Maybe we could, like, ask him if we can have, like, a couple days to get supplies ready before the contract.
Might be a good idea.
Plus,
Perhaps you and I could stay behind. And Willow. And Siggy. But if you go on your own and start the mission...
To be fair, probably most capable.
I know, right?
Yeah. Do it by myself. 6,000 gold for me.
Okay.
I mean, what happens if we don't complete it?
we don't get paid,
We get a bad reputation, and that's not good for our first jobs.
and then we have to start taking doors off people.
Can we not do that anyway?
Sure.
Alright, so let's just tell him. He's looking at us.
We have.
only stepped like a fool.
Yeah, he's in the huddle with us.
We have prior commitments.
Also, it's probably best that we don't go without cricket. Maybe we wait for
I mean, I would like to find him.
I have already forgotten about him and what he looks like.
His unwanted poster.
In case you'd forgotten.
Okay, let's see what she says.
All right, good luck, everyone.
Good luck, studio.
Guidance.
Break.
Right.
On 3, 3, 2, 1.
Dawntakers!
Don't.
We never decided what
No,
we were going
that's
to
alright.
say.
It's okay. Hi.
On 3 or after 3?
A little bit of work, if you want.
That's exactly how it was supposed to go.
Really? To each their own.
Now, listen, Gran. We...
Vran.
Vran!
Vran.
Gran!
Gavran.
Vran.
Gavran.
What's mine not
It's
saying?
like GB apostrophe R apostrophe A.
Gavran.
Gurran.
Gran.
There's an unnecessary H.
Call me Malagnus, it's fine.
Millie.
That's harder.
Absolutely not.
We might need a couple of days to gather supplies. Supplies.
Is Motthew from Wigan?
I don't know what has happened to you all today.
We're now the pie takers.
Oh my god! Can we start again?
Yeah, just cut.
From the top, guys.
I think you mean supplies.
I know what it is. We might need a couple of days to gather supplies and finish up business here. So perhaps we could start in 3 days.
That's up to you if you believe that you can complete the task in the remaining 6 days.
Sure.
Oh.
No problem.
How long does it take to get there?
A couple of days.
3 days.
3 days. That's fine. 3 days there. Day
Can we not delay our start time?
As I already told you, but moments ago, I have already lost far too much money. This contract has been up for over 2 weeks, and I am no closer to sorting my problem.
Takes 3 days there, 3 days back. That leaves us with approximately an hour.
We can do it. Absolutely.
I think we can probably get there
Well, let's just
quicker than
huddle again.
Wait,
Two
I am
seconds.
thinking,
Gran.
if we're not back exactly on time, it doesn't really matter because he wants it cleared anyway.
He might not pay us then.
He will pay us.
Will he pay us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's keep some eggs behind, so if he doesn't pay us, we can go back and put some eggs.
Also, maybe we don't need 3 days. Maybe like we can manage to get everything done sooner. We
can travel faster than 3 days. No, I can speed up the horses myself. Don't forget. I can make them go faster. Mechanically, I
Oh,
can
yeah,
just
you
cast
did
horse
that.
driving.
Oh,
I think I can do that as well. I just need
Okay.
to.
Could take a day and a half.
You could
We'll
be
just-
a horse.
we'll get everything we need to get done as fast as we can, then we'll go. And we'll sure, and we'll find cricket, and everything will be fine.
Right, I'll let
Yes.
you. I'll let him know.
I like this plan.
Positivity.
Oh, 3, 2,
On 3 or after?
3, 2,
on 3
1.
or
Dawn.
Dawn.
Dawntakers.
Don't take.
Malagnus.
Yes.
Say it one more time.
You
The
should have
contract-
gone with the Chuckle Fox.
What's happened?
The contract is as stands. We will begin in 3 days' time and be back 9 days from tomorrow. 10 days from today.
That is good to hear. As before, if you should fail to complete this task, I will bequeath the contract to another mercenary group should you not return.
Could you put Brick down on the contract as well? He's a 7th member of our group. He's called Brick. He'll be back in a couple of days, and we're gonna take him. with-
Who's the 6th?
Kevin.
Oh,
It's Kevin.
Kevin. No, 6.
sorry. I was looking at you as if you were a member.
No, I
join?
will not
Sorry.
join you on this
But
particular
yeah, Brick.
quest.
He's just doing some extracurricular activities right now.
Why is he not in attendance here?
Because he's doing some extracurricular activities right now.
Extracurricular activities.
I'm glad he said make a persuasion check because Motthew was about to be like, he's in jail.
He's gone.
Oh.
He's
Well,
not.
I read my perception like, whoa!
Yeah.
No, 10.
10. Give me the contract.
Oh, I have it.
Brick added to the contract. The pay stands at 5,000 gold.
That was quite low. I don't remember that much. Great.
Hands
Right.
the contract over to you.
Well, I believe that's our business done.
Wonderful. I look forward to hearing from you in 10 days from today.
11.
I'll see you in 12 days.
We'll see you in 15 days.
A fortnight.
Right, come on, Dawntakers. We have business to attend to.
All right.
We have doors to take.
Bye, molasses.
My
It's
life.
never mind. You may leave. And he gestures towards the door.
I'm going to say,
I don't think it
peace
looks...
out, but I'm going to say it in Dwarvish.
He sort of...
Ta-da,
Is it not a woman?
No.
Oh, I made that up.
Yes.
Oh. You said about all the braids in her beard. Was that another person?
That was another person.
Okay.
That was the jeweler that you spoke to earlier this day.
I don't think it was.
I don't think it was, but you can carry on.
You're more than welcome to watch the episodes back.
I'll...
Just like that locked gate that you were sure that wasn't
I
locked.
vote to change our name to the Gaslighters.
yeah.
No, I don't think it happened, Ian. I don't think that's
That's
true.
right.
I think you mean the gas blighters.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Inspiration.
You gave me inspiration. You remember?
You can have mine, I'm not using it.
Oh.
So yeah. Ta-da, doll.
Ta-da-doll.
Welsh.
Not at all.
I thought you were just saying Taradol, like in a
Yeah.
Scouse accent. Oh.
Ta-ra-doll.
That's
See you later.
basically Welsh.
Dawntakers.
Hiya.
Yes.
Where are you going?
Right, so let's have a little chat outside, shall we?
Are you heading out of his office or out of the guild hall?
Yeah, I'm going to put my out of office.
I guess we'll
away.
head outside.
Yeah, outside I think is a good
We
idea.
can decide where we're going before we head to another district.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I do still want to keep a lookout for a post office.
Yes, courier services,
oldie
we can do that.
I'm going to take you there in a bit. I know one.
Oh, okay.
I'll take you.
Alright, yeah, sweet.
Unless there's one nearby, but mine's down by where we stay. The stew pot's not far from there.
Sick, whenever you're ready.
You make your way on out of the guild hall, passing once again the sculptors and stonemasons, your footsteps reverberating off of this beautiful marble floor. You push open the lighter than expected stone doors.
Ooh, fine.
Take it.
Siggy go first.
The Goliath marches over. No, I'm very sorry, you can't have that. I'll put that back, thank you very much.
Can Siggy go first and just like, whoa, fuck. That.
And you now stand outside the Vernal Hills Mining Guild. The city of Dolomus before you. It is mid-afternoon-ish, so you have the rest of the day. Where are you going?
Charlotte's got serious help me face right now.
I just don't know what's happening.
Just trapped between two wiggly boys.
It's
Yeah.
cracking hours.
Dawntakers. Dawntakers. It's a good name.
You
Yeah.
did well.
You did really
If you
good.
do say so
I
yourself.
like it.
Hey, we're part of a team.
I know.
That's crazy.
Second time in my life.
Who wants to get matching
First time
tattoos?
for me. Huh?
Who wants to get matching tattoos?
Unfortunately,
Sure.
tattooing doesn't stay on my body.
Oh. Branding then?
Perhaps. Matthew actually looks a little interested.
Okay, alright. Matching brands.
I don't think it will show through the fur, but we can.
We can work something out. We could just keep shaving it into your fur. Sorry, I've had a large latte. This morning. I usually get a flat white. So,
Hello.
large.
What time is it?
Mid-afternoon.
Did you already say that? I'm so
Literally
sorry.
just.
I'm thinking about other things.
So,
Mid-afternoon.
This is your fault.
This is your fault.
I take no responsibility.
Mid-afternoon. What are we doing?
Right, so plan. We've got a few days.
Have a few.
We need to go to the post office.
We need to go to the post office. You need to go do some blood things, and you want to go look at things.
Oh, I've just got something. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do?
What should we do, guys?
I mean, I was going to stay outside while Motthew did his blood things.
Okay. And you want to sit? You just sit outside?
Mhm.
Okay.
You can. I will be okay, Nikani. You can do something fun if you would like, or investigate. You could begin the investigation while I'm.
Well, maybe we go and look for Hellas then.
Oh!
Sure. What? Hello?
Alice.
I have an idea.
Huh? Is it a good one?
Would you like to enlighten the group?
But, wow. Okay. So, last time we met Hellas, he interrogated us, didn't he?
Yeah.
About the whereabouts of Cricket.
Mm-hmm.
And we spoke about our alliance with Edwin, who was the bald guy that you met in replace of Fletcher and Ziggy.
R.I.P.
Now, Edwin was seen by other guards at the crime scene causing a ruckus right after people escaped. Maybe we could go to Hellas and frame Edwin.
For the murder
Just-
of Lady Dufana?
Maybe.
Maybe
We could say that he told us and then ran away.
But then the investigation is over.
But also, like, what if there is a way that they can link Edwin to you?
Uh-huh.
Can they do that?
I completely made him up. He's not real, so I don't see how that would be possible.
Have you used him anywhere else?
No, I just used him to make my way here from Tilly Creek.
All right.
I mean, maybe that's a bit reckless. I just thought.
Well,
I was careful. It wasn't until I got to the city, really, that people saw Edwin's face, so...
no.
Or maybe we could just use Edwin at least to have a reason to go talk to Hellas. We could say Edwin told us what he did.
Or you
And
don't
then
even
good
maybe
idea.
need to say that. Maybe just like, oh, he was acting like a bit shady and weird. Like, you don't need to. I don't think.
We could go under the guise of reporting it.
Yeah, just be
To the
like
right
the guy.
authority.
Maybe like, you know, oh, the guy that we were with, like he helped us, but he was like real weird. I don't know, like
I'm really obsessed
kinda
about the
weird.
house.
really wanted to go there. Really wanted to like know more.
Yeah.
For Hellas to get his job back.
Oh, yes. Hellas is probably unemployed now.
But we
Well,
don't
that
know
would be a
that.
We don't know that, no. What? It's probably very likely.
But maybe he's angry and bitter and feels unjust. And then maybe he might be like, well, my workplace wasn't great. Here is the reason why.
I think this is good.
Why don't we have a chat with good Hellas?
Hmm.
Oh, I won't be there. I'll be at...
You'd be at blood camp.
So we're splitting the party. Always a great idea.
Always a great idea.
So
And where are you going?
I just got some stuff to do.
Inside check. May I do an inside check?
Can't you if you want?
I would also like to do an insight check.
Motthew takes you at your word.
15.
Well, I like it. I mean, she has got some stuff to do.
I know, but I want to know.
What do you want from me?
22.
Good God. I know insight is not mind reading, but I want to know what she...
Tony, make me either a persuasion or deception check. Do not tell me what it is.
About the fact that I have stuff to do.
Absolutely.
I just
Are you
Not
being
being
shifty
guarded,
about
isn't it?
stuff?
given that the last time you went off on your own, Nakani was concerned
Oh,
for
yeah.
you.
Oh, remember that.
And Siggy's just naturally sus.
What am I
about
doing?
crime.
Persuasion or deception? I forgot I was -1 charisma. 10. Wait, I want to know what you're saying. Oh no.
I'm coming in.
Bloody hell.
Wait, do we both get it?
You both get one.
Oh.
If you insist.
Only on it.
I've just got a bit of shopping that I want to do. I've got to write a letter to my grandma.
You don't have a grandma.
It's pronounced
I actually
Gran.
know.
It's pronounced Gran.
Gran.
Genuinely,
Gran.
I was not acting that bit. How do you say it?
I have no idea.
Ran. I'm trying to put the V in there. Ran.
Is it GV?
GV.
Gran.
GV.
Gran.
Is that an R?
Is it like a?
Oh my God,
Is
this
it
is
like
a
a
long
back of the
whisper
throat?
for
Is it like
15.
a? Is it like a? Van.
Gone.
What is happening here? What is this
I don't
long
know,
ass
they're
whisper?
planning to elope.
That's 15.
I saw tongue.
Bloody
You're about to
Nora.
Can't stand up right now.
Oh no.
Where
so,
are you
what
going,
did
Tony?
everyone have for breakfast today?
Next is how I didn't insight check you.
I know, because you trust me, girl.
Yeah.
That's why I love you.
And you rolled lower than my passive insight. so-
Yeah. You know. Hey, nothing shady. All good things. All good. What's that from?
have
All
no
good
idea.
things. All good things.
No, not yet.
All
What's
good
a bad
things,
idea?
Whispers.
Why are we all
I know what you did!
Why are we all looking at Tony?
Huh? I don't know what's happening. I just got some stuff to do. What's the problem?
Yeah, she's got some stuff to do.
Of course,
What's the-
yes, no, we can respect that. I had also have some tasks to accomplish, so
What task do you got to accomplish?
I've written a letter to my parents I'd like to send.
Oh, you guys can go there on the way to Hillis.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I'm sure it's on the way in some sort of direction.
There. Yep, you've got all day.
So, to summarize, Tony, you're going to do some stuff. We are going to see Hellas.
And you're off to
I'm
You're
going
going
to
to
unlock the secrets of blood magic.
Heavy.
I'll see you at 2.
We'll see you at dinner.
Unlimited power!
The second Aladdin reference we've had today.
Are you okay to come with us? Are you alright? I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable.
Be fine.
Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah, sure. You sure you don't want me to come with? Just do your stuff?
It's so boring. It's fine.
Okay.
Inside. No.
It is in
The
fact.
Dawntakers, cripplingly codependent.
Oh yeah.
I'm dying inside.
That's why we take the doors so people can't leave.
That's why I'm dying inside, because
opposite.
Cricket's not here.
You can't lock on open space.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Everyone keeps leaving. It's because you've got no doors. Okay.
Where are you going, Dawntakers?
Shall we begin walking? My legs are beginning.
Are we doing
to
this?
You all need to
A
get
nap?
your shit
I don't
together.
know.
Or a nap, either or.
Get your shit together, Carol.
Get your shit together.
So,
Okay, cool. So, are we splitting up now or later?
I'm.
We have so much time.
What time
If
is
we
it?
leave now, it's mid-afternoon.
Oh.
You're not meeting the Arcanist until evening.
Till
right?
like evening.
Yeah.
Okay, so shall we walk to the post office together? And we can do that.
We have the most boring adventures.
Hey, I was going to propose we
We
go.
can roll badly on persuasion.
I was going to propose we go
I
to
can
the
only
tavern, get
apologise
absolute
to our viewers for this particular episode. It seems that no one got their 8 hours of sleep last night.
That's very
No,
true.
I did, and that's the problem. I'm too full of energy.
Sweaty.
I feel like after the post office, what we really need to do is like do a tax return, and then maybe do some hoovering or
We'll make a
something.
painting and watch
Great.
it dry.
Let's go.
Dawntakers, where are you going?
I'm going to take everyone quickly to the post office.
So you're going to the courier service first. Are you going to split off now?
I'm keeping an
or-
eye out on the way for any alchemical.
One more time. Go on. Nat 20.
Arcanic suppliers.
Are you going to ask Willow to help you this time?
Help, Willow. Where's?
You don't have to if you don't want to,
No, I
Tony.
will. I'll be like,
No,
so
she
where?
does.
I really want to. I'll be walking next to you. Be like, so where did you say that the temple was? Where is it from here?
I can't remember.
Oh, fuck.
We've done this
Well,
already.
can you look with me?
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you are looking for... Are you looking for
Both.
arcane shops or alchemist shops? Bearing in mind,
The
arcane...
one that I need.
Are you looking for magic items or
Ingredients.
magic ingredients? So you're looking for
Components, life.
an alchemist. Not a problem at all. Give me a perception check or an investigation check at advantage.
Oh, lovely.
You are looking for a courier service.
Percept.
Perception or investigation check.
Oh, you know what? Back to my usual self. That's an 11 again. 11. Bloody Nora. I hate my life. I rolled a 7 and a 3.
You walk
I see
past.
nothing.
Perception
Can,
or
it just,
investigation?
can we say it just takes me like 3 hours, but I find one.
I'll go with perception, so 14.
Perception with 14. Okay. Because you are going sort of more in the direction of the courier service, as you walk through some of the streets of the city, you can't find any alchemists that you think will supply what you need. Unfortunately.
Do I see the temple?
No, the temple is not in this particular district.
That's it. Call it. Come with.
Has Willow told you where the temple is yet?
Yeah,
you
in
described
the
to me where
I said
Kevin
the direction that it was.
Kevin-
Okay, yeah, so you know that the temple is in the East Travelers District.
I didn't think I knew that because it was just Kevin flying over.
You knew it
We
was
knew that
towards
it was-
the east of
we-
the
yeah, we knew
city.
it was-
Yes. So you'll know that it's roughly towards the East Travelers District, if not in the East Travelers District.
All right.
You looking out for a courier and not stopping until you do, it takes you a little bit of time, about 30, 45 minutes, asking a couple of people, but you eventually get to a courier service. This is not the same one that you went to, Willow. It is closer to the Scree Slope District than the Loggers District, but it is a courier service and will have what you need.
What's its name?
What's its name?
Like, what is the courier service in the world? Is there like a
Courier pat.
It is just a courier service. It is just there is no specific guild, certainly not in this city, that deals with the mail. It is just a.
Does it travel by bird? Out of interest.
You don't know. You don't know. Go on, make me a history check.
I will inquire at the desk. I'm kidding.
Just straight up ask.
Carry on.
Go for it. Do you head on in?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Wonderful stuff.
I pull a letter from my cloak, or whatever.
At the far end, there is a desk. There is a fairly young human gentleman. They have this like mop of like dirty blonde hair, sort of like loosely swept back. It kind of falls, framing their face ever so slightly. There's a tiny bit of sort of like darker stubble on the chin. They wear just a very simple white button-up shirt and like a dark brown waistcoat. What you assume to be some form of uniform, not lavish by any stretch of the imagination.
I'm gonna veto that. Actually, he's not gonna pull anything out.
Okay.
Just gonna walk up to the counter. All right, mate. Have you got any parchment, some quill and ink?
Yes, we can absolutely supply that for you.
I want to send a letter. I just haven't written it.
No problem at all. How much would you like?
Just the one piece will do, matey.
Yes, wonderful. Okay,
Cheers,
that
man.
is 3 silver pieces, please.
Boop. Hand that
Wonderful.
over.
He hands you a couple of pieces of parchment, a small inkwell, and a fresh quill. And there are, like, either side of this area, there are, like, half-high writing booths where you can write your
Lovely. I will
letter in private.
pen my letter, and I'm going to write it in Dwarvish,
Wonderful. Okay.
just to be a little bit safer.
Wonderful.
But for the audience,
Oh, I was hoping so.
here's what it
Lovely.
Olaf and Freyja. I'm sure by now word will have reached you about my situation. Let me assure you I am safe from now, and I am in hiding. As you know, I can disguise myself most effectively. I have found myself in the company of some fine companions, who have somehow elected to protect and aid me. Let me assure you that these are kind, brave people who will help me in clearing my name. I did not do this foul thing, and once I am free, I will hunt down those who are responsible and send them to their ancestors. Naturally, this incident has put a temporary pause on completing my Seder. Once my name is cleared, I will return in glory and regale you and the younglings with many tales of my companions and I. Please give my regards to Idun and the other Drengr. Those mead-soaked oxen are in for a thrashing when I get home. May the ancestors protect and guide you. I miss you both very much. All my love, and I will sign it with the dwarven symbol for S. P.S. If you need to contact me, have Halfdan do that spell to speak to me over long distances. It would be wise to not write a response. And I will fold it up. And I'm going to pop in the... Yeah, I'm going to pop my wolf's tooth necklace into the envelope. Seal it up. Is there like sealing wax? Or... Yeah, I'm going to use one of my rings. He's got like a big, chunky, like skull ring with like little horns coming off it. He's going to use that as a sort of seal. It's not going to look great.
It doesn't function perfectly. It sort of half gives an imprint. It sort of spills out the side, but it kind of does the job.
And it works, but it's more for Freyja and Olaf to realise that it's definitely Siggy. Hand it over to the dude. Can you send that to Ersheim? Do you know?
I know of the Twin Blades of Ersheim. Yes,
Yeah.
I can send it. That is a very long way. It is going to cost a modicum of coin.
I appreciate that. How much are we talking?
I'm so sorry. I don't know. Let me just check. And they get out a ledger and sort of rifle through a couple of pages. Sorry, I don't have too much experience here.
All right, mate, take your
I'm still
time.
new.
It's all good.
First day.
That was beautiful. If we say 11 gold, 6 silver. I'm really sorry, it's a very long way. This is towards the eastern side of Ersheim, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Yeah, fine. And I will. I'll hand over the money.
Thank you very much.
Is there any way, if I give you a little bit more, you could make it get there quicker?
I can see what I can do. Yes.
12 gold.
Are you rounding it up to 12 gold?
Yeah, we'll run it.
I will see what I can do for you to try and expedite its delivery.
Cheers, pal.
No problem. at all.
Legend. See you later.
Wonderful. Thank you. Take care. Have a good day. She'll
And I will
call
exit.
after you as you exit.
I exit, just kind of. And then I walk out.
Amazing. Take your DM's inspiration.
That was beautiful.
I already have one.
You already have one?
Post it to yourself.
Can I have 2?
Alas, you cannot.
Alas, I cannot.
One.
Oh, that's fair enough, but I appreciate it.
You see Siggy exit this establishment.
All good?
Shit, sorry, I forgot to mention to the guy to send it to the Vardia Loker.
Yes,
Make sure it gets to them.
absolutely. Fantastic stuff.
Dup, dup,
You
dup.
write the mailing address, as it were. It's the closest city to the Vardy's sort of
Last known
territory.
location.
And you give them instructions as to how to contact.
Oh, also, is it birds? Like, how do you deliver it?
Oh, well, it depends on what we are delivering. So obviously, large packages need to be taken by a horse and carriage. It depends on the distance as well, because obviously birds over a very long distance can't. It's not sustainable, so it very much depends on what we're sending.
Cool. Well, if you've got like a peregrine falcon or something that goes really fast.
I will see what I can do. I'll have to talk to my boss, but as I say, I will get it sorted for you, sir.
Or perhaps an unladen African swallow.
But it won't be unladen if I give them a letter. It will be laden.
Whatever you gotta do, pal.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
All good?
I'm so stupid. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Let's go.
Does he look okay? Like,
Insight check.
Does the disguise show his emotion?
How? Make me a deception check, Siggy, to see.
Can I make it a performance check?
Yeah, if you would prefer
I would prefer.
to mask those emotions.
10.
10. I think everyone can see.
Sorry, excuse me. 8.
8. With an 8, everyone can see that Siggy is a little bit
Emotion.
Yeah, emotional. Just
Well, correction, Fletcher.
so
A
sorry.
little bit
yes,
of-
Fletcher.
Sending letters to loved ones.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen them, so. Sorry, I completely lost my accent there, didn't I? Shall we go?
Yeah. Are we splitting up tonight then?
Yes.
Yeah, we can kill some time before then, can't we?
Should we just go chill at the stew pot or something until then?
Yes, let's go and get smashed.
Unless it would be worth finding out where Hellas is for later on.
That's a good idea.
I would also like to steal those guard uniforms from those two brats from before.
They could be anywhere around here.
They could, and I will find them.
I don't doubt that.
Right, Liam Neeson, can't you, sir?
Alright, so yeah, should we quickly find out about Hellas?
Mm-hmm.
And then.
Where shall we begin?
Well, maybe we could ask. What's the person that works in the stew pot called?
The bartender?
Yeah.
Casey or
No, the first one.
Trifodon. What's
Trayfon.
Trayfon, because we could be like, oh, who's that person? Who's that person that?
Who's that
It's Trifodon!
Wait. Could be like that person that was talking to us about what was his name? Hellas. Oh, do you know where we can find that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trayfon would know, surely.
Yeah.
Bartenders know everything.
Aye. I mean, we could even split up and go to different pubs in different areas of the town, city.
Do we have any way to communicate back to each other?
No, not really.
No, but let's give it 2 drinks and then we'll return to the stew pot.
Alright.
How big are these drinks?
Sure.
I think let's do this all together, because in the evening we're going to be apart anyway.
But if we do it together, then how will we do an Ocean's 11 montage?
But how?
Oh my god, can I be the demolitions expert?
Okay, let's go.
What do you think? Split up or stay together?
Stay together.
I think we stay together for now, and then once we find out where Hellas is, that should take us nicely into the evening. Couple drinks, and then we go find him.
Back to the stew pot.
To the stew pot.
So the
Stew pot.
On the way, I'm looking for one of the stores.
Give me a perception
Oh,
or
shit,
investigation check at
Nikai,
advantage.
Perception
maybe this
or
time
invest?
We don't steal.
Percept or invest.
Percept or invest.
Whatever your heart so desires.
Do you want me to help or do you want me to look out myself?
That is enough.
I'm rolling, so.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You're quite alright. I'll let it slide.
Okay. Oh, 21.
The DC was 22.
You find the one from before.
Unfortunately, you don't see. No. As you head around the perimeter of the city, avoiding the guild district and traveling in the perimeter districts, you enter into the loggers district, heading on towards the Stew Pot Tavern. And whilst you are making your way through the streets of this particular district, you do actually come across
Sage and
a storefront that says tinctures and trinkets.
Oh,
Oh, cute.
that rings a bell.
Do
Yeah,
all the
I
shops
know.
in this town alliterate, or is it just me?
Guys, I'm just gonna head in here super quick. I'll be out like in a minute, so you can carry on walking if you want. You can
Okay.
wait here. It's up to you. I'll follow you or whatever you want. I walk in.
Willow will go to walk in with her.
It's okay. I mean,
What? Oh, you want me to stay outside?
I'm not. I'm just like getting something super quick. Unless you want to
No,
look around in
it's
there.
okay,
That's
you
fine.
go, you're fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Go in.
Ding, ding, ding. Bell
Oh, not again.
jingles. Prisoner escaping. Just Vietnam flashbacks.
Honestly, like it's in my brain.
You don't know, man. We're there.
You weren't there.
You weren't there.
You weren't there at Dolomus. You head on in, and this particular establishment feels a little bit darker. The light in here is just a little bit lower. Not ominously. It's like when you walk into a Hollister and you're like, this is just slightly needlessly too dark.
This is unnecessary.
Yeah.
Stone heavier.
Yeah.
Um,
Disgusting.
The walls
smells
are decorated like a dark blue. It is a similar setup to Sage and Sage in that there are many drawers and like glass bell jars containing all manner of different items and things like that. You can see that there is an individual with sort of like a sweep of brown hair, sort of cascading back and up, pointed ears, greenish skin. They are facing away from you. They look like they're just wearing this like dark, like reddish leather like waistcoat, no shirt underneath. They are facing away from you, however. They hear the bell and sort of just mark its sound, and then they say, "I will be with you in just a moment. Please bear with me 1 second." And they go about fiddling with something behind this counter. You're more than welcome to look around this shop.
I will look around. I'll look around, see if I can find some.
Yeah.
True saliva.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me an investigation check.
Can I have guidance myself when I came in? Lovely.
I feel like we're just watching you through the window.
Yes.
Or just
That's what you get for lying to me.
Well, that's a natural 1.
Oh, come on.
That's a 4 on a D4.
nice. For a total of
6.
6.
I knock everything off the shelves.
You take a moment to walk around this store before you realize you have no idea what Chul saliva looks like.
Cool. Great. Lovely. Yep.
Chul.
You waste a couple of minutes sort of picking jars up off the shelves. There's some sort of like yellowish bark in one that you don't think will be very useful. There is an entire skinless snake in some sort of liquid with its flesh just tinged ever so slightly blue, and it's like open, dead eyes just staring at you in this jar.
Vivify. Willow, talk to it.
I'm not in there.
You place that back rather hurriedly.
Yes.
In another one, there are small needle-like spines. You're not quite sure from what. You put it down and eventually resign yourself to the fact that you are going to need some help.
I
You
don't know.
head on over to the counter, at which point this individual sort of places down a couple of vials that they are working with and turn to you. You see this shirtless, green-skinned individual just wearing this
Shirtless?
red... they're not wearing a shirt underneath. They are just wearing this sort of like red waistcoat. This flash of dark brown hair sort of like standing up at the tips. Long ears, no nose, just 2 nostrils in the
Voldemort.
face. A tiny little like brown goatee and mustache and wide eyes. And they look at you and say, "Yes, how can I help you?"
Hi, I'm just looking for some Chul saliva. If you've got any, go and.
Make a persuasion check for me.
I know I'm not there, but what species is this person?
You don't know.
Persuade! We are looking through the window, remember?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so bad. But that is an okay roll, so 15.
15.
Nice.
Yes. Oh, God.
That is a pretty rare alchemical ingredient. How much do you need?
Yes. Just like some.
Do you need a single measure? Do you need more than one measure?
Like, half a measure is probably fine. Maybe like, like a full measure if you got it.
We only sell in full measures, so
Oh,
yes,
that's
the
fine. I'll
minimum is
take-
one measure.
Okay, how much is it? Do you have any?
Make me another
I
persuasion
love
check.
conversations.
Do you not want to make point?
Matthew's next to Siggy at the window. Is it just me or does Tony sound like a fucking narc?
We need a Nebuchadnezzar of it.
4.
4. Well, it's very hard to come by, you see.
How much do you want?
He just looks at you with a raised eyebrow and sort of shrugs at you ever so slightly, as if inviting you to give him a prize.
This is not how commerce works.
Do it. Lowball him.
Give you 20p.
Just gonna lean over
Twix.
to Willow and be like, I should really be in there with her. I'm very
I don't-
persuasive.
You'll punch someone.
It's a type of persuasion.
It's time for persuasion.
Oh, fuck it. She's just going to reach in her bag. She's going to pull out 20 gold. Just put it on
Whoa.
her.
Takes the coin, slides it, places it underneath the counter, goes to the front of the store, clicks a deadbolt
I'm going to die!
into the top, slowly and quietly, takes a key out,
Oh my god.
locks the door.
Okay.
Do we
I
hear
was
that?
maybe, yeah, I was
Listen,
maybe
can I
kidding
see
about
them?
being pressed up at the window, but like I would genuinely like to have seen.
I will say if you were kidding about being pressed up at the window, you do not see anything going on in this particular
Can I
establishment.
see them through the window?
You can see them on the outside, but if they were kidding about looking in through the glass, then they are just standing around waiting for you.
I was going to say, I'm just going to try and make eye contact with Willow just to be like, it's fine. If you're looking at me.
No
if you're
idea.
not,
Yeah, are you looking into the shop, or have you
No,
just...
she's asked for privacy.
Yeah,
cool. Then I'm.
Willow
I'm
has
not.
their back to you.
18 perception would have heard a door.
Oh, yeah, they would have
locking.
heard a door lock.
Just point up into the sky like. Whoop,
You can
Willow.
say no.
Make me a perception check. I'll tell you what. Because it's a busy street, your passive perception might not pick it up. Would you be keeping an ear out for inside the...
Yes.
You would. Make me a perception check.
Natural one.
Natural 1. Then no, you do not hear. This particular individual, which if you would like to make a nature check to determine their species, you can
Sure.
do so. They walk back past you towards the counter.
Natural 1.
You do not know this particular species. You
Dice, Kendall, for the love of God.
you see this individual walk past the counter, and they go towards the back of this room, and then they stop and turn and say, "I'll be but a moment. Don't touch anything, if you please." They then move a rug out of the way,
What the fuck am I
and
doing?
Are
they
you buying heroin?
they lift a wooden trapdoor, and it clunks to the side, and then they go down this ladder into a lower floor. And there's silence for a moment. You just look around this slightly dimly lit establishment. You wait, and you wait, and then you can see them rising up out of the hole in the floor, and they are carrying what looks to be a small locked chest.
Oh my god.
They take a small key and unlock it, lift it up, and inside you hear the tinkling of vials, glass vials, and they rifle through. This, I believe, is what you are looking for. Jewel saliva. 1 measure. 15 gold.
Like on top of the 20 that I've given him?
He's holding it ready for you to take.
Sure, fuck it.
No, I want you well. Then the joint.
I'll give him the 15. Do you, 1 second.
Hold, please.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Let me check my checkbook.
Can you throw in an alchemist kit for me? Do you have that?
That I can provide for you. Bear with me a moment. They lock the small chest.
Uh-huh.
They head back down.
Yep.
And a moment later, they return without the chest. They close the trapdoor, throw the rug back over it. And then they go over to an unassuming cabinet behind the counter. They open it up. They move a couple of things aside, and there is another small, sort of like wooden curved topped chest, and they place that on the counter and slide it towards you. With my compliments.
Thanks.
A pleasure doing business with you. Should you ever feel the need for rarer alchemical ingredients, you know where to come.
Thanks. I would turn around and walk to the door and then realise it's locked.
As you pause at the door, and they take their time but do walk around the counter, they undo the deadbolt at the top. They take the key from around their waist and they slide it into the lock. And just before they unlock the door, they just slightly lean over to you and say, "It's a very rare alchemical ingredient, Chul saliva. You may want to be tacit in telling people where you got that. Do you understand?"
Yep. I walk out.
A pleasure doing business with you, madam. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. And they close the door behind you.
What did you get?
Just stuff. Were you waiting for me or were you walking?
Yeah, no, I think we were waiting.
We're right outside.
Oh!
Waiting.
I didn't realise! Yeah, just got some more components and stuff, that's all. Cool, going?
Yeah, to the stew pot.
Right, let's
You can
leave.
do if you want.
Can I do an insight check?
In fact, I'm going to say no. She's given you no reason to insight check her that she's getting more components.
I think it's just Dewi is suspicious.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Siggy could
I'm
get off.
separating Dewi and Siggy. Siggy has no reason to disbelieve.
I mean, you also
Totally.
already got a whisper from her earlier stuff. So
Yeah.
This stuff is
this-
probably the same.
Matthew is going to take note of the store just because Toni managed to get what she wanted in there, just
Yeah.
in case there's stuff in the future.
Perfect. Yes, you can do so. The name of it is Tinctures and Trinkets.
Tinctures and
It's real spooky in there.
What?
It's spooky in there.
Very good.
Very good.
What is your next destination, Dawntakers? The Stewpot Tavern.
Treeform.
It does not take you very long to reach the Stewpot Tavern once again, roughly 10-15 minutes of walking, and you arrive back at the Stewpot Tavern. The afternoon is drawing on a little bit at this point. You can see that there are a couple of individuals downstairs in the bar. They are having stew. There are a couple of orcs sort of on one of the tables, more towards the bar behind the actual Stewpot. And they are digging into a bowl of stew, and there are a couple of people off in the corner to your right.
Treeform there?
Trayfon is not in. It is Casey.
Casey?
Hello there.
Hi there. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad, thank you. How are you?
I'm alright, I'm okay. Just quickly, you weren't in the other week, but that Inquisitor Hellis came in.
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with the name.
Yeah, you are. It's Inquisitor Hellis. Anyway, he came in. He was asking about some people who were wanted. I don't really know, but we didn't really know anything about it. But we wanted to go speak to him. Do you know where the Inquisitors kind of...
Well, you'd probably be looking for the Iron Barracks, sort of more towards the inner city. If you're looking for any of the Iron Inquisitors or Iron Brands or any sort of, like, official soldiers, your best bet's probably there.
Okay, alright, awesome. So we just go and we could ask for Hellis there. And
I mean, you can try. I've no.
do they live there, or is that just where they report?
You know, I don't know. They definitely operate out of there. I don't know whether they've got like bunks or barracks. I've never been in, so I don't know.
Neither. I'll let you know.
Please do.
I'm not going to their bunks. Where did you say that was again? Sorry.
Oh, it's more towards the guild district and that sort of
In
thing.
the guild
Sort of
district.
in the inner district.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
We'll probably have some stew.
By all
And the
means,
Connie's
by all
probably
means.
already got a bowl.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'll pay for everyone.
He sort of looks at you and says, "You've been here for a while. It's just 4 silver pieces for everybody."
Oh,
So
thank you.
you're grand.
Thanks.
You're giving us quite a lot of patronage at the minute. I'm sure Trayfon will be all right with it. So just 5.
Yeah, Brick is away at the moment.
I don't know who that is, but grand. Okay. He takes 5 bowls and sort of places them down in front of you. Help yourselves as per usual, and just return the bowls when you can.
Thanks, Casey.
Barkeep.
Yes. I'm so sorry. I don't know you. You pick up an awful lot of friends.
Yeah, we're making friends. This is Motthew.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Casey.
Likewise.
I thought your name was Motthew.
Oh, you're funny. You're funny today. But
Thank you. I appreciate it. Wasn't intentional, but
I have a quick question, point of inquiry.
I will try and help if I can.
Motthew comes up to the. How high is the bar?
It's made for like medium folk, so it reaches. I'd say for you, how up? You're like 4 foot something.
Yeah.
Yeah, upper chest.
I was wondering, in regards to the guards, whereabouts do you know that the guards might retire after a shift? Perhaps a bar or a brothel?
Oh, I've no idea. This is a big city, and there are many, many guards around. I all over the place. I'm sure some of them like to pay for their company. I'm sure some people like to pay for their drink. I wouldn't know specifically of any particular haunts. I mean, we get occasionally 1 or 2 in here. I don't know them personally.
Motthew's going to pull out a gold coin. What about now?
I don't know them personally, but
You drive a hard bargain. What about now?
Motthew, do you know how to... Wait, no, accent. Do you know how to read social cues?
Yes, very well. I'm bribing this man.
You are bribing him for information he doesn't have.
he's right.
We'll take the gold back.
No, that you gave that to me. That's now mine. But I'm telling you again, I don't know. You can keep giving me gold. The answer is going to remain the same.
I tell you what, I'll give you another gold if you give us a round of drinks and we'll leave you alone.
That's how a business works. And if it comes to more than a gold, you can pay the rest.
Potentially, we'll talk about it.
No, definitely. Again, this is a business. You need to pay for the drinks.
All right, fine. I'm Fletcher, by the way, the Fletcher.
Very nice to meet you.
I don't think he'll be with us for long. Don't worry.
Oh,
You will if you want arrows.
Wait,
Do you want some arrows?
I'm a barkeep. No. What drinks do you want?
I'll take a mead.
Mead. Mead all round? Mead all round. I'll bring you some drinks. Go. He takes the gold.
You can have mine, Siggy. Fletch, at the table. I imagine I'm at the table when I say that.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
I'm
not
pick the
stood
darkest
behind you.
corner because I'm well aware that my disguise is probably going to drop soon. So pick dark corner.
Yeah, you've been traveling around the city for a while. If you mark off another 3 spell slots.
I only had 4.
There we go. So, all of your spell slots expended.
Time to get that hat out.
Yeah, you do want to.
That hat is
Ragged.
ruined.
It's disgusting.
all right. Shall we just? Do we need to discuss anything else, or?
What did we learn?
I've learned nothing from you yet, Siggy.
Oh, I learned. I am barracks. Yeah, I am barracks in the Gale district. That's where they all report. We do not know whether they sleep there, but we know that they report there at least. So I reckon we could just go there, and then maybe we can find some information out from them.
I believe if we would like some uniforms, a brothel may be a good idea.
Because they have to take the uniforms off to brothelize.
I would hope so.
Brothelize.
Step out of the car, sir. We need to brothelize you.
I'm coming! I'm on the way!
Where are you going, Dawntakers?
Well, I think we need to wait until the evening, don't we?
What time is it?
Yes.
It's mid-afternoon. You can make me a survival check.
Mid-afternoon.
Make me a survival check.
Oh, but I can't roll dice very well.
I know.
And then stop asking too.
I just want to know the natural one! A natural one again!
Why
Chase
mid-afternoon?
your dice! That's the third one in a row!
Yeah.
We're back to the beginning.
My vote keeps any out of the next fight.
She could
She
just
can
sit on the
just heal.
sideline.
Get this all out now.
Yeah.
Now. Right? Carry on.
Mid-afternoon.
Spell slots restore on a.
Long rest for you. 'Tis only warlocks that get a short rest.
In that
Multi-class
case-
again.
Mid-afternoon's like 3-4, right? What is mid-afternoon?
Mid-afternoon.
Kenneth's like, what is
It's like
that?
2 or 3.
Yeah? Okay.
3-ish,
So
4.
are you going to him to Nubisian at sundown?
Correct.
Okay. And is that a good time for you to go do your stuff?
I mean, is there something that you need me for now?
I don't
Well,
think so.
if we have our drink, and maybe refine what we will say to Hellas if we find him, and then we can ask around and see if any of the other guards. We can say we're looking for Hellas. He told us to contact him if we found anything, and we have. So where is he? And they might
Okay, cool. All right.
maybe.
So what are we saying?
Siggy, you're a man of many words. Perhaps you could come up with something.
Potentially. I will need to disguise myself though, because I can't be Fletcher anymore.
Oh, that's right.
Not
Oh
today.
no.
You still have disguise kits.
My worry is that
Cricket has the disguise kit.
if we say that we found Edwin or that Edwin did it and we know that for sure, then that's not going to be helpful in finding the actual person who did it. And if that works against us later on, that's not good.
Just maybe say, you're trying to find him to get some information, to give him information.
Yes.
And then if you find him, then you can just be like, oh, this Edwin guy was super shady. That's all you need to say.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe he's like, don't care about your information. I hate these people because now I'm fired and I'm poor.
Here's a radical thought. Hellas, undoubtedly by now, has probably lost his position. If he has been kicked out by the guards, or by the captain, the General Beck, perhaps he may hold a grudge. In which case, potentially what we could do is be honest with him. We could explain the truth, and perhaps he would help us.
I'm not sure that might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Siggy. Humans are fickle, emotional creatures.
I agree.
It's true.
But it could work.
It's a plan Z.
I like it. Honesty always works.
I think it depends on what we find.
Also, we need to make sure that Cricket doesn't get in any trouble for this. So,
But this is what I'm saying, you see, so if Hellas believes us, he has been ousted and fired by the General. We have been framed by the General. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
so you're gonna go as yourself?
I don't know. Perhaps maybe I'll disguise myself and see if he believes us or trusts us. I don't know. It's just a thought.
The only trouble is, it would be putting a lot of trust into a man that you have no affiliation with. And if, say, he were to get his position back, you have no guarantees that he won't turn back on you again. What's better than one prize? Two.
And maybe he could be like, oh, I've caught him, take him back. Oh, promote me, look, I caught.
That's also true. He did strike me as the type.
But no plan comes without risk. Speaking of which, when the good lady was murdered, was she buried? Or is she residing in a morgue? It may be worth doing an autopsy on the body.
I have no idea.
I don't think there was much body.
I mean, we saw what happened to her, and
Oh.
they also can't speak to her, so I don't know what else that we can really get from that.
You can't revive her in any way or speak to her, but are you a mortician of some sort? Can you tell what happened from a dead body?
No, but I thought perhaps if we were to see it, it might give us a narrowed view. A more narrow vision of what or who the culprit might be, what particular talents they might have.
I think being able to chop off a hand in
Yep.
a single stroke is the main criteria. Without the hand didn't kind of like. It was more like a.
Also, the fact that they used Silence Beyond Death kind of says everything to me.
I had a thought about this actually. You mentioned that silence beyond death is for high grade assassinations, correct?
I would imagine so.
So, surely someone must know what kind of assassin or what kind of person would be able to not only access that substance but use it.
I mean, that guy I just spoke to in that shop was pretty shady.
Major.
Can they sell it?
Maybe he was like he was pretty shady. I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe we should ask him.
I think you guys can. I don't know if I want to go back there so soon.
I can do it. A reek of violence.
But I don't know. Again, they might not have got it in this city. It might have been somewhere else.
Yes.
We don't know.
I guess it's quite an extreme component. I don't know if shops do
It's rare.
kind of the big extreme stuff.
Do we know what it's made from? What it actually is? Is it a paste, a potion, a powder? Something else that starts with P?
Again,
You would know that it is an oil of sorts that is coated on a weapon. Callum's weekly death choke.
I almost got through it.
I don't think you almost got through it. I thought you were
By the
gonna
look
barf.
of you, I would say you did not.
That was like
So
a
I
cat
almost-
with a hairball.
That's someone thinking they rolled a nat 20 on a nat 1.
At the end, I was like, deception pass.
You feel confident that nobody spotted you.
I'm gonna move the juice away.
Tony, you would not know the recipe for Silence Beyond Death, but you know that it is applied to a weapon.
So it's like an oil thing that you would put on a weapon.
I see.
But I mean, I think if it's gonna be anywhere, that place where I just was is a pretty good bet.
That's a good. Yeah. That's good.
But like, be careful if you're going to ask about that, because that's gonna be like secret shit.
High level, dangerous stuff.
And don't say that I told you to go there.
Well, we are apparently on the trail of an assassin. This was dangerous when we met the little frogman.
Yeah.
So who should go to the shopkeep?
I personally would like to speak to them.
I would also like to.
Okay. I just wonder whether a wanted criminal having a trail of asking for a drug that was used on an assassination may not be the best idea.
Very wise point.
Also, I mean, do you guys want to speak to Hellas first, see what you get? And then that's something we can look into tomorrow when you don't have to be yourself.
Okay. Yes.
Smart.
Smart. Yes, I agree.
I just want you to be safe, Ziggy. I want you to be safe.
What's Ziggy's intelligence?
+0.
Oh, okay.
10. He's not the brightest tool in the shed.
Okay, so are you just gonna see what Hellas says and kind of go from there? I think that's the
Yes.
best way to play it. Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
If we get nothing out of Hellas, then at least we have Silence Beyond.
Her name's Tony.
No, I like it. That's my name.
Very Tony. No, actually, I'm going to be called Silence Beyond Death from now on.
Silence
You're actually
beyond-
silenced before death in
Silence
most
all the
scenarios.
time.
Right, well, I'm going to gather my things for the Arcanist today.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna head off now as well. If that's okay.
Bugger.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just gonna go find the temple.
So,
Um,
go.
I was just Nikai's going to turn to Motthew and remember, I'm going to reach out and take another puff of hair. Snatch it. You are not always the fastest one in the room.
I may not be the fastest, but I will always be the last one standing.
You sure about that? I've got 77 hit points. So.
And I'm going to keep
And I will take every single one.
I'm going to keep the fluff, and I'm going to wrap it in a piece of thread and like tie it into the bottom of one of her braids.
Cute. Love that. Okay. Motthew, you head on up the stairs, you gather whatever things you need from yours and Nakani's room, and you set off for Arcanist Ocnonut of Fuixkas.
Yep.
Toni, you are headed out to run some errands.
Well, first, I'm gonna kind of go over to Siggy and just be like, I know she doesn't need it, but look out for her.
You have my word.
Okay. I won't be long,
Hey,
but good luck.
take care of yourself too.
I'm fine.
I believe you.
And Willow, Toni... No, you are not Toni,
I
you
am
are
not
Siggy. Willow, Siggy, and Nakani, you are headed off to the Iron Barracks.
Let's go, girls.
Before we do,
By all means.
I just want to step outside, and I'm gonna pull out 2 small leaves from my pouch, and I'm gonna kind of rub a leaf in between my palm and make it glow, and then I'm gonna place it on my forehead, and it's gonna stick. And then I'm gonna put the other leaf on my hand. I'm gonna close my eyes, and I'm gonna imagine Cricket's hat. And then when I open up my hand, the leaf's gonna float, and it's gonna, if I can, locate object on Cricket's hat.
Locate
if he's
object
close,
on Cricket's
the leaf
hat.
will go to the hat, and I'll know where he is.
What is the
Sick.
radius?
I think it's like 1,000 feet, isn't it?
Yeah,
It
it's
is
not
1,000
too far.
feet, yeah.
1,000 feet. So it's just if he's close. If not, the leaf will just
Can you imagine if you
What's
just...
that in meters?
lose the power.
He's
on the roof.
You see the leaf just spin and then and come to rest in your hand. It seems that Cricket is not within 1,000 feet.
Before Motthew goes as well, taking off, seeing that, he's going to reach into his backpack and pull out 2 of his 5 smoke bundles, and he's going to hand one to Nakani and one to Siggy. Smoke. Burn it if you run into trouble.
Okay. So don't smoke it. Burn.
Don't smoke it until you need to.
Understood.
Okay.
Nice.
Fantastic. With your individual destinations in hand, you all exit out of the Stew Pot Tavern and split off on your own individual missions throughout the city of Dolomus. And we will see just how they go when we come back from our break in a couple of minutes. Join us again to see how this goes, because I'm sure the nerves are very much going to be setting in. We'll see you in a couple of minutes. And welcome back. So,
What?
who are we starting with?
Me! I'm joking. I'm just...
Roll a dice. Roll a dice. Roll a dice.
Let's start with cricket.
Do you want to roll a dice?
Could I go later
I
on?
don't.
Huh?
Could I go later on?
Yeah. Let's go
I've
with
got a
Tony.
Oh, fuck.
Let's go with Tony.
Oh, no.
Why not?
What have you done, Cal?
So, Tony, as the Dawntakers split off into their respective groups, you are left on your own, standing in front of the Stew Pot Tavern. Where are you going?
Gonna try and find the temple to Nelgweir.
Okay. You slowly but surely
East Traders District.
make your way over to the East Traders District. You ask a couple of people when you are there whereabouts this particular temple is, and they point you in the right direction. Before long, you turn a corner, and down the street in front of you, you can see the Dolomus Temple of Nelagwir.
Lovely.
The main structure is built of a almost bluish grey stone. As you approach, it looks fairly smooth to the touch, almost like a slate colour, but with a little bit of slight sky blue hue to it. The main structure is circular and towers 3.5 stories into the air. The roof is domed at the top, and on top of this domed roof you can see the symbol of Nelagwir, 2 hemispheres, and in between them a smaller, complete sphere. You can see that there are 2 rectangular extensions to this main body of the temple that stretches off to the right and to the left. The roofs slanted off, and you can see large arch windows set into the walls of these temple wings. Some of them are shuttered with large dark wooden shutters. Others, the shutters are open, but the windows themselves are closed. A small set of steps leads up to the front doors set into this main portion of the structure. They look heavy, plated in a dull brushed brass metal. This entryway extends right and left in a small walkway that skirts the perimeter of the building, and along this perimeter you can see large stone planters full of lavender, chamomile daisies, and peppermint. Stone benches are set at increments for people to sit outside on the temple grounds and take in the calming aroma of these plants. Do you head on up the stairs?
So, at the bottom of the stairs, she's gonna look up at the temple, feel a little bit intimidated, and just take a deep breath. See what's going on then. I shall walk up the stairs.
You walk up to the stairs into this entryway, place your hands on the doors, and you...
Oh my god.
They creak open, and you step inside.
I cast guidance on myself very quickly.
You, just before you cross the threshold
Yeah, I'm like-
into the Temple of Nelagwir, you clutch your holy symbol, and you pray to your god for guidance, and you feel that
Fucking
touch
help
of
me.
divine favour, just ever so slightly pulling at the threads of your fate.
Thank you.
You have 1 minute
Yep.
to get everything done.
Yep. Go, go, go. I walk in.
You step
Is there
in.
anyone there? Oh god. Ah!
The interior of the main chamber is tall, rising high above you, and makes one feel rather small, as most temples do. In the center of the room, there is a large statue depicting the supposed true form of Nelagwir. This statue, if my links will work, there we are. This statue
Just getting it from Wikipedia.
depicts an extremely tall, thin individual. Her torso extends out and 6 arms protrude from it down her sides in sets of 2. She wears a dress that is depicted as floating off of her in these wisps. The statue itself is still and unmoving, but you can see in the expert carving the movement that it is meant to depict. It cascades off of her like water. You would know that this dress is made out of pure blue mist, a gift from the god Nimue, the goddess of water.
Ooh. Lovely.
The dress ends, as does her body, and the statue is positioned just so that it looks as if it is floating in midair. She does not possess a stereotypical humanoid-shaped head. Instead, her neck curves up from her shoulders and then outwards, almost in this one hourglass-like shape, before curving back on itself in a very shallow dome. And on this head, you can see 4 eyes. Deep orbs of rich navy blue, one on each side of her body. Front, back, left, and right. No mouth to speak from that you can see. And behind her, like every one of the Moon Watchers, you can see her moon floating above her back. This beautiful celestial jewel framed by a large metal structure. The metal of this statue, just like her true form, is a dark bronze which complements the blue of her moon. The structure curves around the room on each side, and then at the top, instead of the arms of this structure meeting, they curve back round each other, forming the silhouette of a circle at its apex. More elements adorn this structure on each side. A snaking band of metal curves back and forth behind the frame, and smaller, straighter bands float next to it. The statue stands on somewhat of a circular altar with 3 raised sections, and water trickles in small rivulets from 4 separate points around this middle altar, filling the entire chamber with a beautiful sound of just softly running water. These small rivulets then flow into holes in the ground and disappear. Upon the altar, you can see burning bundles of dried lavender smouldering away, filling the air with a gentle fragrance. The ceiling towers high above you with 2 skylights that allow light to pour in from above, set into the dome ceiling. From this ceiling hangs a very long chain holding up a dark brass chandelier with candles on it, currently not lit, though you imagine they will be of an evening. From the pillars that surround the inner chamber, one can see bronze fixtures, metal rods that are set into the wall, and from these hang short chains that hold a somewhat spherical brass candle holder in which more candles stood, cold and lifeless. To the right and left, you can see 2 doors, similar to the ones that lead out of the temple, but smaller, leading to the left and right wings of the temple that you saw just outside. And around you, you see a couple of temple visitors, some of them in bluish robes, you know to be the robes of Nelagwir. And that is all you see. Are you looking for anyone in particular?
I think she'd spend a minute just kind of taking in the statue with a really blank look on her face.
Mm-hmm.
She's not in awe of it. She's just looking. And then she kind of realizes where she is, and she'll have a look around just to see if she can see anyone of higher importance.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, boy.
The reaction we come to expect from Ken rolling dice.
Oh my goodness gracious me, boys. That, my friend, is a 12.
That's all right.
It's not bad.
12 is not bad.
Got it again.
You
Constant.
take a look around the room.
Yep.
And you focus in on the individuals in these beautiful deep blue robes with a sky blue trim to them. A small cowl adorns each one of them, resting on their shoulders. You can see that there is a small kobold off speaking to someone, having a conversation way on the other side of the chamber. But kneeling down in front of this massive statue, you can see another individual. What catches your attention about this particular individual is the bright, almost pastel green fur and the two antennae that protrude from the top of their head. And there is just an ever so slight silverish hem to their robes. You assume that this would be the robes of the High Cleric.
All right. Cool. And they're just chilling at the statue on the floor.
They are just kneeling down.
All right. Cool. I'm just gonna walk around, like slowly, just like taking in everything. Is there anything specifically around the High Cleric? Like, are they just like meditating?
They
praying?
are. They just seem to be meditating.
Okay.
There is a this slight bundle of like smoldering lavender in front of them, but there are no ornamentations or instruments or anything around them. They are simply kneeling in front of this altar.
Okay.
You can see that from their back through the robes, this pair of similarly coloured wings folded behind them that flow down their back.
Do I know what they are?
You would know, coming into contact with Motthew,
Yeah.
that this is a lepidopterid,
Cool.
a type of cicalid from
But
the Fey
silver.
realm. But
Are they silver? Did you say?
no, sort of like a pastel greenish
Pastel
colour.
green. Their clothes were silver.
There is a
hem.
silver hem
Yeah.
to the robes.
Yeah,
Sorry,
okay.
yeah.
Just kill it now.
Squash.
We don't need to.
Light, light.
You got one of those electronic like
Shocking
tennis
blast!
rackets.
Just pull out this fly catcher that I got. Cool. Okay. Now the ideas that I've just had have gone from my brain because of that. Yes. When I look around the room, I'm just doing like a slow kind of look around. Are there any? What?
I'm talking to my friends. You carry on.
Are there any doors to any other parts? I know you said there's two near there,
There's the door to the right and the left.
and they go
Right.
outside.
No, you don't. They go to the right and left wings, as far as you are aware.
Great. Oh god, why am I not a rogue? Hello. Cool. Okay. So she's. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing at
We're
you. You're being
intrigued.
funny.
Oh, I don't.
I'm just imagining you turning around and going, I kill everyone.
Yeah.
I'd like to kill everyone.
Fireball. I wish. Cool. Okay. So she's gonna.
You just carry on. We're gonna react accordingly.
Yeah, come on, man. You're killing it.
She's going to kind of scan the room and find someone who looks like they know what they kind of know the place well. They like someone that kind of is not in charge, is very much not in charge.
Looking for another cleric.
A cleric of Nelagoya.
You look around, and at the moment you can only see the two clerics, the High Cleric and the Kobold.
And the kobold.
But the Kobold, after a moment, finishes speaking, nods, and turns and walks back. You can catch their eye if you would like to. They are sort of walking back towards the
Yes.
altar.
I'll
You
catch
sort
their
of
eye.
wave,
Hi,
and
charisma.
they raise a hand in response, and they come on over to you. Hello there. How can I help you?
Oh, I'm just having a look around. This is really, really beautiful place.
Oh, thank you very much. Is it your first time here?
Yep. To this one, yeah.
Well, Neligo's blessings upon you. I see you are a fellow cleric of the Moonwatchers, Haverin, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet another cleric of the Moonwatchers. Are you here for long? Can I assist you in any way?
I just came to just see. I might sit down and just take a minute. But,
absolutely. You're more than welcome to take prayer here, or if you'd prefer a sort of a private prayer chamber, we can. For a fellow cleric of Heverin, we can probably assist you with that. I'll need to check with the high cleric Erethel, but we can probably sort that out for you.
is that them over there?
Oh, yes, she's just finishing a little bit of meditation. You're more than welcome to speak to her if you want.
What did he say her name was?
Oh, high cleric Erethel, Ashikiela Erethel.
Shakira.
Shakira.
Ashikiela Erethel. You fox.
Spelled shitty.
That's a strange.
GZMNOPQ.
They call me Negrera.
Cleric. Crithel. Did you say Crithel? I just wrote that down wrong. Completely wrong. What was the surname?
Erethel.
Erethel. It's an
E
E
double
not
R
a C. I've got it. Yeah.
ETHEL.
He said, yes, that's her over there. Is that what he said?
Yes, that's them over there.
Do you think they'd be alright with me just going somewhere private or?
Oh, I'm sure they would. If you wait a moment, they can have a conversation with you and show you around if you like.
Yeah, sure.
Wonderful.
That'd be great.
I mean, you're more than welcome to wait somewhere here. There'll only be a moment. At this point, someone enters into the temple and starts coming over to you to speak with this kobold individual. They go, oh, I'll be with you in just a moment. Sorry. You can see this a human woman, black hair, sort of grey streaks coming through, bags under her eyes, slight wrinkles to the face, just crow's feet just starting to appear. She sort of nods and goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, by all means, finish up. I can wait a moment. Thank you very much. Is there anything else I can assist you with, or can I leave you to wait for High Cleric Erethel?"
No, it's fine. Thanks. Thank you for your help. Yeah, I'll wait here.
You're very welcome. How can I assist you? And they turn towards this woman and they sort of take her off to one side for a private conversation. Do you wait for Ashikiela?
I wait for Shakira, yes.
Immediate disadvantage.
I already have that.
Yeah. You wait a moment and just take in the ambiance of the temple.
Cheeky
and
little guidance to
before
myself.
yeah, you can do so. Before long, Ashikiela stands up. You can see the four arms sort of clasp together, and they bow slightly to the statue in front of them, and then they spread their wings, and you can see their wings widen, these beautiful sort of pastel green with borders of black and white, and at the very bottom they swallowtail down into these long points, not too dissimilar from lunar moths. She turns and she looks immediately at you and walks on over. Hello there.
Hi.
How can I help?
Oh, I was just, I'm so sorry, I didn't ask his name.
Their name.
Their name, sorry.
No, it's quite all right. Do not worry. It happens to the best of us. If you don't ask, we will not be offended. Thylon, if you are to sort of speak to them again.
Yes. They basically said that I could maybe go somewhere a bit private to. Just
But
have
of
a
course,
moment.
you are a follower of Havrin, yes?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Well, it's very delightful to meet you. My name is Ashkiela Erethel, but my friends call me Shiki.
Oh, I'm Antonia Winterthorn.
It's
You
a
can call
pleasure to
me
meet you,
Toni.
Antoni. Tony.
Tony's fine. Yeah, thank you.
Tony. Wonderful. Have you had a good day, Tony?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I
You seem a
have.
little bit confused about that.
No,
Is
I
everything
forgot
all
what
right?
happened today. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine. Thank
Just
you.
been one of those days.
Just been a long day.
That's absolutely fine. Do not worry. It happens to the best of us. So Thylon was saying that you are looking for some private prayer chambers.
Yeah, if that's a possibility.
But
that'd
of
be
course, any fellow cleric of the Moonwatcher is happy to come and take their rest in our temples. If you'll follow me this way. And they sort of half skip off, their wings sort of like flutter as they sort of like jauntily bounce towards the doors on your right.
Cool.
They open the door and they head on down, and you can see there is this corridor with doors set into the walls at either side. And are you looking around?
Yes. So as we go, I'm gonna be. If any of the doors are open, I'm gonna be having a little sneaky look inside them.
Yeah, by all means. Give me a perception check.
Come on.
Oh my god! Again, it's not a 1, but it's not great. I did guidance myself.
Mm-hmm.
14.
14 is not bad. 14 is not bad. So there are a number of doors that are open, and when you can see that they are open, there is nobody inside. There are a couple of doors that are closed. Occasionally you can hear sort of mutterings or murmurings, so you assume someone is in prayer in these particular chambers.
So these just seem like prayer rooms.
These seem like prayer rooms,
Okay.
yes.
And which way did we go? Down the left wing?
Right
The
wing.
right wing.
If you enter into the temple with the doors to your back, you entered into the right wing. You can see that in the doors that are open, they are very sparsely decorated. There is a small little altar at the opposite end with a very small statue, not nearly as elaborate as the one that you've seen in the main chamber of the temple, but it does depict either the true form or one of the avatar forms of the god Nelagwir. And you can see sort of small, ceremonial goblets and herb bundles for burning. Incense bundles is what I'm looking for.
And that was in just random.
In some of the rooms that you can see that are open,
okay.
that are empty.
So there's multiple of those.
There are multiple of those. The corridor does not extend long. There's about 8 rooms in total. They take you down to one of the rooms at the bottom and gesture into an open prayer chamber. At the very end of this particular row, you can see on one of the doors there is a small wooden plaque that says High Clerics Prayer Chambers. On a 14, you do notice that.
Okay.
And that is at the door on the very end. You are now stood at the doors, the open door to your chambers, and Shiki, High Cleric Erethel, says, is this suited for your needs?
Yeah, this is great. Thank you.
Perfect. If you need anything, by all means, please come and find either myself or one of my clerics. They'll be able to help you out,
I was
for
just
sure.
gonna ask.
Yes.
Do you have what's the word? Like regular gatherings, sermons? What would you call that?
Yes, sermons. We do tend to conduct sermons, certainly when we feel that there is an influx of people seeking guidance or peace. At the minute, we do conduct those sort of every few days.
All right. Okay. Thank you. That's all.
You're very welcome. Are you looking to attend one of these? Our next one is in a couple of days.
Oh. If I'm here, I'll definitely come along. Yes.
Are you just passing through the city?
Yeah.
Oh, delightful. Where have you come from?
Farscale.
Farscale. I I don't think I've heard of that place. Where is it?
I described where it is.
On the eastern edge of Belladrin.
It's on the eastern edge of Belladrin.
Really?
Yeah.
That is a very long way. How long have you been traveling?
Oh, long time. Good. Like nearly a year now, maybe? I don't know. something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. You must have seen an awful lot of things on your travels.
Yeah.
Any particular stories?
Oh,
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's
I'm
all
being
right.
very rude.
No,
I shall
you're-
leave you to your
no,
prayer.
you're-
By all means, head on in. Take as long as you need, and you are more than welcome to just head on out as soon as you feel you are at peace.
Thank you so much. I'll give a little nod.
They nod back to you.
And I will go in and close the door.
You close the door, and you are
Okay.
left in the privacy of your own company.
Lovely. I'm going to sit down on a little pillow or something,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to cast See Invisibility
Okay.
around the room.
You kneel down at the altar on this very small pillow that is resting on the floor. You wave your hands through the air. What do we see as Toni casts this spell?
So I feel like kind of just like the color of like the dark blue black nebula energy comes out, and I like to think that it kind of goes out from around her, and if there is anything invisible, the outline will just be visible in
Okay.
that energy.
This wave of energy washes out from you. It does not settle on anything in this room. It seems that there are no invisible
Okay.
creatures or other things within these chambers.
Great. Okay. I will just take a minute then, and she'll have a little meditate.
Mm-hmm.
She'll kind of sit there and close her eyes and go into the kind of semi-trance thing that she would do. I should just be like, why? And that's it, and she'll just sit there and
Make me a religion check.
be. Don't know what that noise was. 19.
With a 19. When you think or speak the words why, what are you questioning?
Why her?
There is a knot of anxiety in your stomach.
There
As-
certainly is.
And as you speak the words why, something washes over you ever so slightly, and that knot tightens, and you feel your blood just rush with a little bit more adrenaline. And then as soon as it happens, your entire form, just all of the anxiety melts away. And all you know is peace.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I think she'll stay there. Maybe just have a little look around the room. Not for anything specific. She's just killing time.
Very much so.
For like, where did I go American? For like, for about 10 minutes. I don't know. And then she will. Did I hear Shakira walk away?
A Shikiella.
Sorry, Shiki. Is that what she told me to call her?
Shiki.
Cheeky Ella.
You did not hear her walk away.
She's outside.
You don't know. That's an assumption.
All right. Well, I go and I open the door.
There is no one there.
She's
Cool.
hovering now. Like,
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, how long does that last? How long does the invisibility last? Is it an hour? I think it's an hour.
I think it is. Is it an hour or 10 minutes? I think it's 10 minutes.
It's an hour.
It's an hour.
So
I stand corrected.
I'll keep it up.
Oh, keep it up.
It's up. It's still up. And yeah, as I go out into the corridor, does anything?
Teetering on the edge of hysteria again.
Rein it in, table 2. God damn.
Don't lump me in with them. I've done nothing.
Does anything flare up?
No.
No. Okay. She's. Oh God. Oh, do I do this? Yep. Okay. Is the invisibility concentration? No, it's not. Okay. Do I use this? I don't know. Sorry, give me 1 second to read a spell. I don't want it to do that. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna have a little look in the corridor. Anyone there?
No. There are some of the.
Let's check the invisible stuff. But
There are some doors open to empty prayer chambers. There are a couple that are closed. One all the way down by the door that exits into the main chamber, and one sort of a door down from you on your right, and then one 2 doors down from the exit to the main chamber on your left.
cool. She's gonna walk out of the prayer room and she's gonna try and open the High Cleric's door.
It is locked.
Okay. Okay, good to know. Okay. Right, okay, that's a problem. Okay, that's fine. Okay, cool, so she's gonna walk back into the main bit of the temple.
Okay, you do so. You can see that Shiki is now speaking with another individual. You do not see the kobold anywhere.
Do I see keys on her person?
Make me a perception check.
Are we sure Tony's not like a warlock and she's been directed to do this?
21!
21. From this distance, at this angle, you can see no keys on her person.
Okay.
Whether they're there or not, you don't know.
I'll go walk up to her.
Okay.
I'll wait for her to finish talking.
Yeah, you sort of wait a moment, and this individual is speaking to the same woman that the kobold was talking to just before. They are speaking in semi-hushed tones.
Mm-hmm.
If you would like to listen in, you can do so.
I will. Why not?
Give me a perception check.
That's another 7. That's so crazy. 11.
11 total.
Yep.
You don't catch much. You do catch High Cleric Erethel say, yes, no, I can assure you, we will be having another sermon in 3 days' time.
Right.
You are more than welcome to join us, bring your daughter, and maybe we can bring some peace to your family. You see this human woman nod, and she looks exhausted, very fatigued. A single tear just runs down her cheek. She wipes it away, and she nods. You assume she says her thanks. You do not hear it from this distance with that perception check.
Okay.
Before you see High Cleric Erethel place 2 right hands on her shoulder and then on her elbow, and mutter something else to her, and then the woman turns and exits the temple.
Cool.
At this point, she turns to you. Hello there.
Hi.
Did you find everything that you were looking for?
I did. Thank you. I've been struggling to concentrate, I guess, recently, so it's nice to come back to my roots, I guess. Yeah, thank you.
No, I can very much understand.
Has
Has anything happened in your life as of recent that has affected you in this way?
I mean, we're kind of, yeah, we're just a lot of change, a lot of new things, but I'll be okay. Thank you, though.
Nelagwir brings change to us, but she also shows us that change is good, and one can transition from one state to another without fear. Have confidence in yourself.
I'm gonna, as this conversation's happening, can I see the keys on her anywhere?
As she turns around, you see a small keychain in the folds of her robes on her right hip.
It's another prison break, gang.
Good to know. Good to know.
It's a good thing about clerics is their wisdom and perception are real low, especially the high cleric.
I'm sure. Yeah.
I wonder how truthful those hips are being.
Yes.
Do they lie or
They
do
don't
they
lie. Cool. I mean, is she walking away like the conversation's done?
No. In this second, as you sort of like
Oh.
take her in, she's just letting that advice sit with you for a moment, but she's
Oh.
still waiting to see if she can do anything else.
Okay. Great. Well, thank you for letting me use that room.
You are very welcome. You are welcome anytime as well, of course.
Thank you. Yeah, I might be back. I'm just struggling a little bit at the moment. It's still a bit. We'll see. But thank you.
Whenever you feel anxious, afraid, know that you can always come here to find peace. And I will help and guide you wherever I can. It would be my honor.
Thank you. Go with peace.
Go with peace.
And I'll walk out.
You turn, she sort of flutters the wings ever so slightly. She gives a slight wave and then clasps her hands back down, walks around through and goes off through a door to the left. And you open the doors once again and step out into the mid-afternoon sun back outside in the city of Dolomus.
You were going to steal her keys. She was an angel.
Uh-oh.
That's an assumption.
That's an assumption.
Cool.
I think for the moment, we'll leave that there. Give you a little break.
Thank you.
So, Nakani, Siggy,
Oh no.
Willow, where are you going? Who are you speaking to? What are you doing?
To the guild district.
To the
To the Guild District.
So invested.
Gonna go find Hellas.
Wonderful.
I assume.
Yes, we're going to go to the Iron Barracks
Yes.
in the guild district. What are we doing with you and your image?
Well, I was gonna say this. On the way, can I sort of dip down an alleyway, maybe find some dirt to try and muddy up my face a little bit, like rub it into my beard, like tie up my hair,
Give
hide it
me
under a hat. Not that one.
But messy.
give me a charisma check.
Charisma check.
That couldn't be Ziggy. He's dirty.
I can't be Siggy. He's clean.
When you play sports, do you just lose track of who anyone is?
That's an assumption that I play sport.
You're Welsh. You gotta play rugby at some point.
I'm so sorry. Charisma?
Yeah.
5.
5. Nakani and Willow, you see Sigismund come back out of an alley, and he has just smeared a streak of sort of semi-wet dirt across his face, muddied up his beard a bit. Has not done much with his clothing, nor his actual hair.
How do I look?
I mean, don't take this the wrong way. Exactly the same. One minute, she's gonna rummage in her pack. And from just things keep appearing with this pack, like stuff that she's clearly accumulated.
Just one long sash of silk, a tree branch, or like a bit of driftwood that's been petrified.
Yeah.
Raccoon.
Hamster, yeah, it's fun. She goes, hold still. Can I? Do you mind?
Please.
And she
Seems
takes
pretty
out this small like bundle of like deep emerald green, almost like taffeta, like it's got a two-toned emerald green to
Yes.
navy blue
Gorgeous.
shift. And in certain lights, you can see, you don't know whether it's embroidered, but it's got sort of like strange golden geometric designs that almost like fractals. They get smaller and spin off each other. But just in certain light, you can just see it flash. And she's going to flick it out, and this thing is like a big loop. And she's going to start wrapping you. And by the end, it's kind of like this sort of like a shawl, but goes into a hood, but also covers your like the lower half of your face, and like round your lower back. There's like this thing is probably about 6 meters long. There's a lot of fabric, and she goes, "You know, this is funny. The last time I did this, it was my sister's wedding." And she's gonna like, "You look lovely,
Thank you.
but I don't think you look like you now." So
That's what I was aiming for. It's failed spectacularly.
Nakani, make me a charisma check with advantage.
Ooh. How charismatic are you?
Just realised I had inspiration, so I could have rolled advantage for spreading shit.
You can save it for later. For something else.
Something more important.
charisma's +0, but with advantage.
With
correct?
advantage.
That's an 11.
An 11. It's getting better. You can still see a lot of Sigismund's hair.
Your hair is the issue.
There's a lot of it. I have a mane. No.
He's not there.
The face is brilliantly covered, but
The face is brilliantly covered, but the hair is.
Oh, even though it's a hood?
yeah, he's got a lot of hair, and the
Okay.
way you've wrapped it, you've been focusing more on getting it right.
That's
You
fair.
think you can improve it, but you notice.
Can I come here? Get your ass in now.
Okay.
I'm gonna just pull the
Makeover.
I'm gonna pull the hood down, and I'm
Okay.
just gonna
Just needs a little shape.
plait the hair into a little like.
Okay.
You know when people do the plaits around their head like that.
Yes.
I'm gonna do that around the head and try and contain
Okay.
it. Like this is what my mum used to do on special
Yeah.
occasions. So I'm
This
just
is
gonna
that
do it.
scene in Tangled, isn't it? Where the young girl gets braids
Right,
up on the
But
yeah.
it's less a long braid full of flowers and more really tight sort of.
Yeah.
Make me a charisma check. Straight roll.
Ow!
Willow, stop pulling so hard.
That's what straight charisma. Natural 15 plus 1, 16.
Very.
16. Definitely an improvement between the three of you. You are making some solid progress in ensuring that Siggy cannot be recognized. And now you've covered up the most identifying parts of his form. He looks fairly well disguised.
Apart from my thick ass.
That's
On
If
camera.
you say so.
someone can clip that for us as well and just spam that to Dewi. That'd be great.
These hips don't lie.
Now just don't say golden tongue.
Okay.
Wonderful. With Sigismund now disguised, you continue through the city towards the Iron Barracks. How are you getting into the Guild District?
I've got the contract from the Nibisian, and I'm going to say we're coming into the Guild District just to do a few kind of routine things and check that everything's all right. We want the Iron Guard to have a look over the contract and check that what we've signed is good.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to
You...
roleplay.
Yeah, I like it.
Insert line.
Okay, make me a persuasion check.
May I help in some way?
How are you helping?
Hold the contract.
I'm gonna hold the hold the contract, look intimidatingly with just my eyes, because that's all. I'm assuming that's all you can see with this binding. Yeah. Uh-huh.
You're like
Right.
Miguel and Tulio with the loots.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
You're just holding the contract.
Yeah.
Yep. Straight roll.
Fuck.
What am I doing?
Persuasion.
Perception.
Persuasion.
Perception. That's a 9.
That's a 9.
I throw a chair.
I steal a chair.
We're off to the man in heels. Man in. You say there. We're Dawntakers.
So, sorry. So you've not given them the contract that you signed with the Arcanist. You're giving them the contract that you signed with Malagdus. Okay.
I think.
Malagdus
The
is the
dwarf
miner.
guy who said
Malagdus is the dwarf that works for the Vanal Hills.
Oh,
Mining
yeah.
Company.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. They look at the contract and say, I'm afraid you're in the wrong part of town. You want to be heading to the Scree Slope district, not the guild district. It's a common misconception because they are a guild, but they do operate within the Scree Slopes district. What you want to do is you want to head...
It's only just because we've made friends with Inquisitor Hellas. So I trust him with stuff like this. We spoke to him the other day and he said if we had any issues, just come to him. So I thought
We
he's
have
the only
important
person that I know
information.
in here that is of some sort of authority.
So you're not going to the Vanal Hills Mining Company?
No, we are. I just wanted to have a look at this job and check because I'm new to this whole mercenary thing. So I just wanted to check that.
Make me a deception check. I'll give you advantage because Siggy piped up.
16.
16.
No, I have not this cricket.
Oh.
I have a +1. It's this terrifying thing.
Right, okay. Well, then you'll be wanting to head to the Iron Barracks then.
He's there.
I'm sorry, I'm very confused. What's your business with the Inquisitor?
Well, he came and spoke to me the other week about well, what was it? This scrum that you guys are looking for, and I was new to the town. I don't know anything about it, but I think he took a shine to me. But he basically just said that if I needed any support whilst I was in the city, just to run things by him.
This contract is for outside of the city.
Yeah, he's just I just thought he could have a look over it for me, just check that it's okay, that I'm not being.
You know what,
duped
fine.
over.
If you want to waste their time, be my guest. Come on through.
All right, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. And they allow you to pass
Well played.
through. You
Have a
head
nice day.
on in to the guild district. Somebody make me a survival check.
Oh, okay, I'm pretty good at that. May I guide myself? Well, you're probably better at this, aren't you?
I'm quite good.
I have a +4.
+8.
Crack on.
But I could roll a 1.
Then you have a 9.
I rolled a 5, so that's 13.
13. It takes you a good 20 to 30 minutes asking around, but eventually you find yourself in front of the Iron Barracks. This is the first time that you have properly laid eyes upon this. Tall, flat, squared off walls. You can see that there is a courtyard to one side as well, and there is an entryway set into this sort of courtyard area. 2 guards posted on the outside.
Okay, should we go in?
Yes. Can we just walk in? Does it look like there's people coming and going?
Not particularly. There's not a large passage of people flowing in and out.
Does it look like there's any kind of like checkpoint or
The entryway is open. There are 2 guards standing by this entryway, however.
Okay. I suppose so.
Yeah. Is there like a little alleyway nearby?
You can head back into some of the...
Just like, I don't want to go too far.
No, that's fine. There's a couple of streets down. You can dive into an alleyway.
Would you pop in here for a second? Okay. And we'll go in. And I will... make sure that no one's watching.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will, she'll put a hand together, bring it up, and you'll see 3 small eagles, and they're going to fly into our throats. I'm going to cast Eagle Splendor, which I think is Charisma.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do it 4th level so that we've all got advantage on Charisma checks.
Oh, very nice. Come on.
Interesting. Okay.
I think
Okay,
it's Eagle
cool.
Splendor. Yeah, Eagle Splendor. Cool. And let's go.
Feeling more loquacious than you ever have before, the three of you set off towards the Iron Barracks. You can see that posted outside there are 2 Iron Guard, both female presenting. One of them has a very short cut of dark black hair that swishes over to one side. The other one has this long silver plait. Both of them human. One of them, the one with silver hair, you see, has beautiful curved features, very cool white skin. The other one, much more angular features, just an ever so slight tan hue to the skin. Slight darkness around the eyes, but they both look at you. Hello there. How can we help you?
Hi, good evening. We're here to see Inquisitor Hellas urgently.
Inquisitor Hellas is unavailable for the foreseeable future. Is there something that this pertains to?
No, it was a personal matter. Is everything okay with him?
Make me a persuasion check.
Oh, buddy, thank God for that eagle mouth.
15.
Eagle mouth, classic spell.
Okay.
What was the persuasion check?
15.
15.
Please. So we boss.
The guards look at each other for a moment and say, I cannot divulge the nature of their situation, but rest assured that they are currently unavailable.
Can I insight that? Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Does it look like he's... Like, can I gauge the severity of what he's...
She looks like... She looks like she knows something, but for whatever reason she is not divulging that information.
In like a stage whispering, Willow, yeah. Maybe you should tell them about the baby.
Oh my God.
Are we Hunger Games in it?
She's gonna look at you like.
I wanted to tell him first.
I'm gonna like look at the guards like a.
Make me a deception check.
Shut the fuck up!
Make me a deception check.
That's sick. Who?
Both, or...
Both of you.
You have advantage.
Advantage. Okay.
Oh my god, incredible.
18.
Oh. You got inspiration?
I don't have an inspiration.
Oh no.
I
give you
It's
inspiration.
advantage anyway.
So
Oh, shit, man.
that is an 8.
Oh, God.
An 8
I got 18.
and an 18. The guards, hearing this, sort of go wide-eyed for a second, and they look at each other, and they look back at you. I'm sorry. How do you know Inquisitor Hellas?
I just think it's best if I speak to him.
I want you to make me one more persuasion check.
Come on.
It's just can I use inspiration on that roll?
Yep.
Okay, let's try again.
So roll a third time and take the highest.
15.
15.
Thank you, episode 3.
There's another look exchanged. The silver-haired individual sort of shakes her head just ever so slightly, which you can notice with your passive perception. And then the dark-haired individual turns back to you. You did not hear this from me. I'm very sorry. Inquisitor Hellis has been banished to the Everfrost.
I really fucked up his career.
I'm gonna like put an arm round Willow, like just to try and like
Sure.
comfort her.
Sorry to interrupt. The Everfrost, does that ring any bells for me at all?
Make me a history check. Anyone who wants to present at this moment, make me a history check.
Everfrost.
Not great. 12.
I got quite high. Where's my
Siggy, make it at advantage
I got
because you're
21.
slightly more likely to hear about it.
21.
21,
18.
18,
12.
12.
Oh.
You know of the Everfrost Expanse. It is a very snowy portion of the northern section of the continent of Galmoria. Willow and Nakani, you know that the Everfrost Expanse is a very dangerous area of land that is constantly in the clutch of frost creep. Winter. It is perpetually icy and has been since records began. And Willow, you would know on a 21 that in Belladrin, particular criminals, if they are not incarcerated or put to death, they can be banished to the Everfrost Expanse and exiled. And this is what's happened to Inquisitor Hellis. They were interfering in an investigation outside of their rank. And then when asked to report to General Vec, they did not show up. And this blatant disrespect for the Iron General is what has cost them their job.
How many weeks ago was that?
I'm not quite sure. I only heard about it a couple of days ago, but Inquisitor Hellis no longer operates within this city. They have been...
When's the last time you saw them?
Oh, weeks ago.
Same.
Is there any way of contacting someone there?
No. They are an exile. To contact people who've been banished in the Everfrost Expanse it's against the law. They're a criminal. I'm sorry.
Gonna comfort.
I have to do this all alone.
It'll be okay.
Siggy feels a twinge of guilt, which he quickly suppresses. How much of a dick Alice was.
Nah.
I should have known. He was stressed the last time he came to me. He spoke about work stress.
I would keep your affiliations to Hellis under wraps. They are now a criminal within this city, and your association with them could put you in a predicament.
She holds her stomach.
Well, thank you so much for all your help.
You're very welcome.
And yeah, I think we
Did he at least achieve his final investigation? He was looking for that groom, right?
That is information that I cannot divulge. That investigation is still ongoing.
It would just be nice to be able to tell his unborn child that the last thing he did was a success.
Well,
At least grant me that.
stretching this.
when
You are stretching.
the baby is born, I'm sure, well, I hope that this investigation will be concluded. So
Still not concluded.
I can't say. And they sort of look at you with like this pleading gaze of like, listen, I've already told you too much.
Okay. All right.
Well, maybe we go back to the inn and just sort of decompress a little. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right.
Take care.
Okay.
Just gonna drift back down the alleyway where we came from.
As soon as we get outside.
I'm so sorry.
What was that?
I don't know. It's the only thing that my brain gave
I'm
me
not
at
a
the moment.
performer.
Well, you did a very good job.
Thank you.
As a performer myself, I'm very impressed, ladies. Well done.
Oh my god. Okay, so we fucked him over.
I'm so sorry I said nothing, but you just blindsided me. I was not. It was brilliant, but yeah, I didn't know what to do. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I mean, at least we know that we can't.
Can't rely on Hellas now, I suppose.
So I guess that shop is our only lead.
The alchemist.
Should we go there soon-ish?
I think
Just
we
to
go
make
now.
the use of the day.
Yeah, let's go now.
Yes.
Okay.
I think we.
That was
You are heading
that was
over
incredible.
to the
That was
alchemist.
incredible. You just Hunger Games it. It's great.
For a second, I was like, did she just say baby? And my whole brain just went, doo-doo-doo.
I had to remember. I was like, I don't have a womb. Willow has a womb. Okay.
Ben panics. This isn't going to work. Willow remembers. Oh no, we're fine.
I was like, where does the baby happen again? Oh yeah.
What is baby?
Where does the baby happen?
So this trio of the Dawntakers is heading
That was
over
great.
to tinctures and trinkets that Toni frequented earlier in the day.
I'm just gonna quickly, like, as we go, just be like, listen. I'm used to dealing with shady characters. Maybe I'll take the lead on this one, huh?
Oh, okay.
If that's all right with you.
Yes.
It's risky, but
Do you have any spells you can use to help?
I can pray to the ancestors for guidance. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Which I will do. I'm a guide myself.
Lovely.
Concentrate on that for a minute. Just before we get there.
For sure,
just
absolutely, yeah.
outside of the shop.
can I come in with you, but without being seen?
I think we all go in.
We can all go in. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Then we outnumber him.
Do you think we all need to look a little bit more shady?
We all look pretty shady right now.
Well, you're fine. You
Yeah.
got the. I'm talking about the Disney princess. The really pleasant Hannah.
and the quirky sidekick that's in every Disney movie. Oh my god, you're the flounder of this situation.
Yes, I am. I'm not even mad. Yeah, I mean, we can. I don't really have anything else I can do.
Just do this the whole time. Yeah. it's pretty scary.
It takes you about an hour, at which point enhance ability has faded.
Yes, I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level,
Okay.
and I'll do you and you. Yeah.
Just us two.
Well, I can't do it 4th level again because
Okay.
we're only level 7.
Thank you.
So sorry. I'll get right on that, shall
We didn't level up from that.
I? No, you did not. So sorry.
That was the exact milestone you needed.
You see a herd of Garistro demons just plundering through
Oh,
the
sick.
wonderful. Yes.
On the way there, Nakani's going to sort of as they're walking along, say to Siki, I just, by the way, I think it's really lovely that you can write to your family. I think they will really appreciate hearing from you.
I hope so. Admittedly, that is the first time that I have written to them since the incident. Probably should have done that earlier, and I feel a little twinge of guilt, but
How long ago?
it was 2 Lexinauts, 3. Bear with.
Getting on 3 Lexinauts, over 3 Lexinauts, because it took you 2 Lexinauts to travel from Tilly Creek to Dolomus. You were in Dolomus for a little while. Then there was basically the fortnight going to the Blightlands and back. So yeah, you're over 3 Lexinauts since the incident happened now.
Around 3 Lexinauts now.
That's a long time.
It is. I mean, I haven't seen my parents or my family or my clan for even longer than that. Good few cycles now. I miss them very much, but this is our tradition. This is what we do as Hylian dwarves, and it fills me with pride to be able to do so. One day I'll go back, but not today.
Oh, I tried once. They said that it wasn't possible. So
It wasn't possible to write to them.
more that they could take it, but they couldn't deliver it.
You're from... Where are you from? I think I knew this.
I believe it was Siggy that did know this.
Yeah.
You know that Hanuman are native to the extremely mysterious region of Anajau on the Valordrian continent to the east.
You're from Anajau.
Yes.
I've never been. Not a lot is known about it.
Oh, it's wonderful. And I'm going to go back one day. But I just, I really wish I could let people know that, not hurt or, I am in trouble sometimes, but I'm getting better at standing up for myself and finding people that are like my family. So that will do for now.
I think they would be very proud. Could they see you now?
For sure.
Thank you. I think so too.
As would yours, Willow. Let's go and talk to a shady character about drugs.
At this point, you just make your way to the front of Tinctures and Trinkets. So you all heading on inside. You cast guidance on yourself. Any other spells that you are casting enhanceability on those two? So Eagle Splendor again.
Yeah, 2
Wonderful
eagles.
stuff.
Eagle mouth.
He just pecks and then flies away.
Warn me when you do.
You head on in, and for the first time, you see this particular individual, same red, waistcoat over a green skin, shirtless body, tiny little brown goatee and mustache, shock of brown hair that spikes up 2 nostrils in the face.
Now that we can see this person, what are they?
Make me a nature check.
What are you?
Someone roll high.
Absolutely. Everyone who would like to.
Yes.
Very good.
Very good. Very good.
I got an
8.
9.
9.
22.
A 22. You have seen this particular individual before. They aren't common in Anajau, but there are a couple of them. This is a Gith. Gith. Gith.
Gif. What is that?
Can I
Yeah.
lean into Nikai and just be like,
You aren't there and you don't know. I'm so
Kendall
sorry.
wants to know.
Kendall does want to know, and Kendall can find out soon.
Kendall will Google.
you're just leaning into Nikai and being like, what is that?
Is it Blazel? Yes, please.
Do I know much about the gift?
You know a modicum. They are not very common on the material plane. They have a long and tumultuous history with infighting between Gith, 2 subspecies of Gith, the Gith Yankee and the Gith Zerai. They have as I said, a tumultuous history, and that history extends beyond this material plane. That's about all you know.
I mean, in terms of like, are they quite like blunt in that like they don't like? Are we best being straightforward with this person, or do they appreciate a bit of like?
It depends on the culture. Certainly, the Anajawan gif that you have encountered are very forthright in their speech, but that is mainly due to the Anajawan culture.
Okay.
You're unsure.
Okay. Cool.
I'm gonna wander up to the counter. All right, boyo. How's it going?
Sorry.
Hello, my friend.
Afternoon. I wonder if I could have a private word with you.
But of course.
Thank you. My compatriots here are fine, don't worry about them, but we've got a bit of a sensitive subject we'd like to discuss.
Okay.
And-
How might I assist you?
Well, I feel like it's best done in. I'm going Welsh now. God.
Yes, do it.
I feel like it's best done in privacy, you know.
It's a very infectious
Anajaw,
accent.
Wales. Same thing.
Well, it turns it, it's like in privacy.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Bit of Arnie on the end.
Privacy.
Campaign 2, roll Welsh.
Yes, let's do it.
Oh no.
Well, there
Don't want to
is
offend them.
there is nobody else currently in the store, so you have as much privacy as I can provide.
A very good point. Right, so I heard the other day about a substance, and I noticed obviously you got all your ingredients here. You must know a thing or two about, shall we say, illegal narcotics.
I am not wearing a wire.
Not wearing a wire.
Make me a persuasion check.
Yes, sir. At advantage.
Straight
Advantage.
roll.
Straight roll. You bitch.
A little
Guidance,
bit
though.
disadvantage, I'm guessing.
Do you have any
Do it. I would love.
I have inspiration. May I use it now?
Well,
You can choose to use it after you've rolled your first dice. DM's inspiration you can use.
When you use the right, okay.
No pressure.
Run game.
That's wait, persuasion?
Persuasion.
Right. 28.
28.
Tell me everything.
Damn.
¿Dónde estás,
He-
drogos?
Looks you up and down.
We've got this. We've got this.
Looks you up and down. And then turns to Nakani and does the same. They come out from behind the counter and lock the deadbolt, take a key out and lock the door, places the keys back on their side, come back around to the counter. Are you interested in anything specific?
It's less about what you can sell me and more about what you can tell me. There's a little problem I have, you see. A man who won't stop running his mouth. Now, I can't just kill him, because if I do, the magic users will probably just be able to talk to him after he's died, you see. But I heard about a substance that can prevent that. Now, I understand, might be hard to come by, but I was wondering if you could tell me where I could get some. Or who might utilize such a substance.
I know of certain elixirs that one might use if they were to want to prevent somebody talking. I am afraid I have none of that in my supplies. I could potentially order in the ingredients for you if you are looking to distill it yourself.
I was actually more hoping to potentially hire the services of somebody who already has some.
Make me a persuasion check.
Yes, Derry, that was good. Derry, that was
Such
good.
good roleplay.
Roll
Is it advantage?
with the eagle thing.
With the eagle thing.
Yeah.
Eagle.
Eagle choke. Deep throat eagle.
Straight
No,
roll.
I knew you were going there.
Straight roll.
Not even with me doing this.
Yeah.
Can I use...
Yeah.
Push your cleavage together, it'll be fun.
I'm not pregnant.
You can choose to roll that inspiration
Yes.
afterwards. So roll, and then if you would like to roll the inspiration, you can.
Oh, fuck. Also guidance. I'm gonna roll that inspiration.
Okay.
You can do this.
Okay. Persuasion? Wait. 24.
Oh, beautiful.
Another button on time.
Nicely done.
Nicely done.
But I got no more tricks up my sleeve.
They go from arms folded to placing both of their hands in front of their mouth.
I'm going to insight the whole of this part of the
Give me an
interaction,
insight check.
But I don't want to interrupt
Willow's
the flow.
eyes just drilling into this.
That's fucking great. It's 26.
Ooh, 26. I'll get to that in just
That's
a
fine. You roleplay away.
I am a supplier of alchemical ingredients. I don't necessarily have the contacts that you are looking for. You might do well to look in seedier places than my establishment. The Black Bottle, perhaps. That's all they say.
Did you give the ladle to someone at the Black Bottle?
Yes, we did.
They owe me now.
26.
Yeah. Oh, lick my earlobe.
That's extra.
Always.
I'll pay it.
I volunteer as tribute.
So he's advised we go to the Black Bottle.
Yeah.
My God, this episode.
I know, so much juice.
Oh my God.
It's juicy and thick, like Siggy's thighs.
Are you okay?
No,
Okay.
babes, no! I'm losing my fucking mind. My palms are so sweaty.
I know, mine
My
too.
knees weak, arms are heavy.
Oh,
Vomit on my sweat already.
mum spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Also, I really have to pee.
We'll just find out all the secrets and then you can go through it.
And then we can, yeah.
Also, Willow as a bouncer is my favourite thing.
Just all that's in her head is, what would Tony do? What would Tony do? What would Tony do? What would Tony do?
So fucking fierce.
Love it.
The Black Bottle, you say? Alright.
Those are the sorts of haunts if you are looking to connect with people with particular skill sets.
I see. Very informative, thank you.
Can I take some money out of Ziggy's pack?
Yes, are you trying to do this stealthily or not?
No.
Absolutely. You immediately see, you feel Nakani suddenly just like tug at your side, and they are
Excuse
just...
me a moment. Yes, what do you... Go ahead.
I've seen Motthew do this. You give them money and they tell you more things. And I'm going to take 30 gold. and give it
You
to
just
the
take
guy.
out 3 platinum pieces and place them. He very quickly takes that and says, I very much appreciate that little offering for this information.
Just take it out my inventory.
30.
There's 3 other bitches.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
Do you have access to any other sort of things that can be useful with our quest?
If you are looking for a particular concoction, I can potentially either supply you with the ingredients, or if you'd prefer, I can order those in if I do not have them on hand.
What sort of things would you recommend?
What is it exactly you are you hiring services, or are you looking to complete a particular task?
Just to get the job done.
What job is that?
What he said.
Whilst we're here, any sort of beneficial tinctures, potions, anything that you might have that
Yes, that
on our
I
way?
can supply you with.
perhaps you can take it out of the change we just gave you.
Oh, my apologies. I thought that was payment for information given.
Yeah. Of course it was.
Of
Of
course.
course it was.
Bear with me just one moment. And
Before you go, has anybody else in I don't know, recently doing Welsh again?
recently,
Right.
has anyone recently come in here?
Come here.
Come in
Come
here.
here, and stop it. Okay. and ask for any similar items or looking for things.
I'm afraid I don't discuss other clients.
No. This time I'm gonna.
Yeah, make me an athletics
I'm
check.
fast.
Oh, you're
I'm
a fucking
fast.
mon.
Nakani, make me an acrobatics or athletics check, your
I'm
choice.
strong. Ooh. Am I still guided?
You've used that, haven't you?
I
So
think
wait a
you've
minute.
used that before on the persuasion check.
Once you've used
Oh, it only happens once.
Yes.
16.
Dirty 20.
Hey!
You are just about to hand off another 2 platinum when Siggy just grabs hold of your wrist.
Not this time, thank you.
I'll put 2 platinum down.
Ooh!
There has been nobody in the recent past looking for anything that you are describing. There are many people who come in here looking for all sorts of herbalist ingredients. There was a woman in here this morning that bought some alchemy supplies from me.
Who is she? What does she look like?
A tiefling, grey skin, horns on the head.
Does he actually say this?
Yep. Very monochrome, dressed in some form of formal robes or attire. I didn't recognize it especially.
What did she buy?
Alchemist supplies.
Can I
Couple
insight
of
that?
yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
I accept it.
Sorry, Charlotte the player has forgotten how long ago was Lady What's-Her-Face killed?
Lady Olagiana was killed over 2 weeks ago. It's
Okay.
nearly 3 weeks actually.
Okay, so we're thinking something towards 3 weeks ago at least, if not a little before. If there's anything that sticks out in terms of unusual things or suspicious people.
I also rolled a dirty 20.
You mentioned.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Bear with me one moment. Goes and there is on his right there is a small shelf of like thick leather tomes, and he takes the third one in that line out and rifles about halfway through, and you can see he places it on the counter, and there is like a blank page, and then down the other side there is a bunch of writing, and he leafs back through looking at certain dates and things like that. 3 weeks ago, there was a couple of individuals that came in here looking for uncommon alchemical ingredients, let's say.
any of those ingredients feature in the creation?
It's hard to say. I'm not an expert in distilling that particular tincture, but the ingredients are possibly used. Unfortunately, that's as much as I can give you. There are many different applications for any single alchemical ingredient. Sometimes they are used as a catalyst in order to speed up the process of brewing certain elixirs. Other times they are used specifically for poisons, and on very rare occasions a poisonous material distilled and alchemically altered in the right way can actually render it to be of benefit to one's constitution. It is an intricate practice, but possibly there were some individuals that bought ingredients that might be used for these certain things.
His comment about Toni, just because it'll affect what I say now. I got a dirty 20 on when he said she bought alchemic supplies.
More whispers.
Got him so secretive.
Got my ears just
He's
dried.
the whispered one.
You don't listen.
La 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 la. Can you just say heard in a Welsh accent?
Heard?
Heard.
Listen, you. I heard you've been talking shit about me.
It's the best word.
It really is the best word.
Did you
to
help
say.
me go over the Welsh again before I open again on this show?
Yes. Oh, yes, absolutely.
I did have one guy from Cardiff think I was a Cardiff lad.
Really?
Yeah.
I forgot to ask you about
Oh my
this.
god.
I'm glad it went well.
Thanks, man. We'll come
Oh,
to it.
have it.
I will.
Good.
Yes,
And
I
don't
know
judge
you
my
do.
Welsh accent.
I
Opens October
cannot do a Welsh
17th.
accent.
You heard it here first.
Cured.
You heard it
So
here
bad
first.
at Welsh accents.
We're all going to go watch Callum's show.
Yeah.
Can't
I'll
do
do
it.
Welsh in that, so.
Give me something to copy what you say.
Go on.
I heard you've been talking shit about me.
But they seem that they're giving us information.
Go on, go for it.
I heard that you've been talking
Talking shit
shit
about me.
about me.
Enough
Tick-tock.
of
Tick-tock
the
like that.
shit talking.
Listen, you.
So, no one that seems highly suspicious with their actions, like the lady this morning.
Every individual that walks into my establishment asking for things that your common customer would not ask for, I regard with a measure of suspicion. But, should they have the coin, I am happy to serve them.
I'm sorry, what was your name?
Make me a persuasion check.
Oh boy.
Still got advantage?
That one is at advantage, yes.
Ooh, lovely. We'll take a 16. Nice.
Denati.
Ooh.
Denati.
I don't trust it. It spells like it sounds.
Yeah. Where are the apostrophes, Jack?
Fill it.
Dinati. Here.
Gesundheit.
Incredible.
I wonder. We'll probably be going soon, but any ingredients or anything you might think might be beneficial to us? We are travellers after all. We
Yes,
could
you
do
said
that.
beneficial.
Or if you got any potions or anything like that.
I do have a.
Anything that could encourage truth?
Ooh.
Those are very particular elixirs.
You've got the coin.
Who is she?
Love this.
I know.
Let me see if I have anything in the back. Bear with me one moment. And you see him turn, uncover a trapdoor with a rug, and open it up, and they go downstairs. After a moment, they come back up and they are holding a large chest, curved top, reddish stained wood, fairly intricate carvings in this wood as well. They take out a key, unlock it, and inside you hear the jingle of vials. Truth. And they take out a vial and they hold it up to the light. They give it a shake. No. They take up. They take up another vial.
Paralyzing.
Penis growth.
Ziggy's like, what?
The possibilities in a fantasy world are extensive.
I actually have proficiency with tools.
With
so-
penis growth.
They close the box and they lock it. I'm afraid I have no more serums of truth. I am more than happy to acquire the ingredients and supply you with an alchemist's kit should you want to distill something yourself.
Can you?
Motthew has an alchemist kit. We could get supplies and
Or can you brew it yourself and send it to us? Or
That is not my purview. I brew certain things for myself on occasion, but I merely supply the ingredients.
all right, we'll take the ingredients,
please.
Wonderful. Let me see. They go on over to a different set of shelves and take a small book out. They take that same small key and unlock a small clasp on this book, and they flick through.
30 platinum.
You spent so much money in this place.
Not willingly.
Right.
It's great.
Bear with
What
me.
is
one
money
moment.
anyway?
It's spare change for us. We're
And
rich.
they start walking around with the book and going through various drawers, various vials. They decant what looks to be some sort of black, almost oilish liquid into a small vial. They place it in a case. They take out some orange dust. You're not sure if it's like stone dust or like sawdust of some description, but they scoop out that into a little leather pouch, place this in this little box that they are setting up for you. They take out a small glass jar and inside place 3 large grasshoppers and close the lid. They then go around, and in a jar there are what look to be eels or lampreys or large leeches, something like that. They take 2 of those out and place those in a container with some of the liquid, place that container back on the shelf, and they continue to do this, setting this up. Dependent on the elixir you are wanting to create, you might need a couple of extra ingredients, but this should sort you out for a basic truth serum.
How much?
That will be 50 gold, please.
I'll pay for it.
Was that 5 platinum?
5 platinum.
Oh,
That's right, I've got it.
You got it?
Yeah, and I'm going to keep the ingredients if that's right.
Yep.
Not looking forward to that.
I think that concludes our business here. One last thing, and so this has just occurred to Dowie. One last thing. Have you ever come across a substance that, when ingested, it would turn the user's mouth like a blackish purple, or something along those lines?
Blueberry slush.
Blackcurrant.
Thinks for a moment. There are a couple of substances that might alter the coloration of one's mouth. Ingested over a long period of time or instantaneously.
No idea. I had an encounter with a vagrant, shall we say. He had a little pouch on him, and he had a purple mouth. And I thought, maybe that's some sort of drug, but I didn't know what it was, so I want to know. It was here in this very city.
I don't think there's an ingested substance that would turn your mouth purple like that. It could potentially be a drug. I
assume so. I threatened to take it off him, and he nearly freaked out. He said, "Give it me back," or something like that.
Oh, he was very insistent on keeping it.
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry, I can't specifically give you any knowledge on that. It is possible that whatever is in the satchel had a physiological effect on him. What that specifically might be, I wouldn't know, unless if you had a small sample of it, I could potentially tell you what it is. But there are a number of different things that could cause that effect. I wouldn't be sure as to what to advise you, unfortunately.
I see. All right. Well, thank you very much for all your help.
You're very welcome.
Very nice to meet you. I'm
And
sure we'll see you again.
yourselves. Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
And I'm sure this goes without saying, I would appreciate your discretion, and you will have mine.
Naturally.
Marvellous. He goes on round.
How hot is this guy?
Nope, it's begun.
Do you want to give them a gift Yankee?
Disgraceful.
No, I want to give him a gift Zerai.
Inspiration. I can't not.
We get inspiration for bad jokes.
Yeah, I've given you an inspiration for a bad joke, I'm sure.
Fair. Okay.
Um,
Yeah, how hot is this guy?
He's as hot as you find him.
Dope.
He is
Now you tell me.
lean, but you fairly athletic, thin arms, but you can see the muscle. They do not have a shirt on, so you can sort of see their chest.
Is this Brad Pitt in Fight Club?
Absolutely.
Right, okay.
In that case, I give him a cheeky wink. Cheeky wink.
Give me a...
Move past it. Move past it. Put it in a
Move
box.
past it,
It's
move
gone.
past it,
Set
move
it
past
on fire. It's gone.
Give
give him a
me
cheeky
a
wink.
persuasion check.
Okay. And a smile, not that you can see it.
I drop Eagle Splendor just as he winks. I'm joking.
No!
You have advantage.
I have advantage. Ooh, that's good. 14 and 16. 21. I'm persuasive as fuck today.
Give him a cheeky wink.
He gives you a little bit of a wry smile as he passes you. He
Smack you on the
unbolts the door, unlocks it. Good day. And opens the door.
I walk out.
There's a lot of that going on.
I mean, when we're out of sight. We're out of earshot.
Just before you leave.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, never mind. Carry on.
With
That went well.
Yeah.
Let's go back.
I think it actually did. For once.
Are you heading to the Stew Pot Tavern?
Stupid.
I think
Yeah.
so, yeah.
With a modicum of information gained in one way or another, you head back to the Stew Pot, feeling a new, refreshed energy with your efforts to try and untangle the mystery that is in the very foundations of this city. Motthew, you, my friend, are heading off to Arcanist Oknanut of Fuixka. And we will find out what happens in that particular scenario next time.
What an episode! What the fuck?
That was a good one!
That was mad!
Thank you very much to Callum for being so patient.
That's fine.
We will see what your
Yeah, boy.
escapades entail next time. Thank you to Nakani, Willow, and not Siggy because he's not here. For an incredible bit of investigating finally gathering a little bit more information within the city of Dolomus. And a very special thank you to Toni as well for their little secret mission.
Everything's fine.
Everything is
Everything's
absolutely
Everything is
fine.
above board.
As per usual, thank you to you at home for watching most of all. Please join us again for the next chapter of our story, where our players keep unraveling the mysteries of blood magic, murder, and all sorts of mysterious things. Until then, adventurers, keep on keeping on. Peace and love. Good night.
Bye.